So we're going to start this session by taking a few steps backwards by looking at Father Timothy as you guys ride up with the carts and Scott, Mr. Dooley, up to visit the people up in the railroad. Father Timothy keeps making his way along the street, dimming the lights with his lamplighter pole. The fog is still very thick down here, just starting to burn off of the cobblestone steps. Uh, I was gonna say something and now I forgot.
He for
Um,
more.
yes. While approaching a lamp, he notices a commotion near in front of the lawn of Mrs. Miggin's house. She wasn't one for early rising, neither was she interested in dealing with children, which is why he was curious that she was manhandling one at this hour. As Father Timothy approaches, he can recognize the young Daniel's boy, Oliver, if he remembered correctly. He was drenched all down his front while the old lady had him hoisted up by the neck of his coat. "What's all this, then?" Father Timothy inquires. The two figures pause in their dispute to realize their squabbling had drawn the attention of a passerby. Once they realize it is in fact the director of their church, they lower their heads shamefully. "Why do you have this boy by the scruff of the neck?" Mrs. Miggins releases the boy from her desperate cling, but not before firmly planting her hand on his arm. "This boy has been finicking with my lawn accessories," Mrs. Miggin announces promptly. "I've caught him in the act this time. Just look at the mess he's made." Father Timothy looks at the muddy mess stomped around in the front yard, and how the majority of it looks as though it was larger footprints coming from the house. "Surely the boy hasn't garnered all of this commotion now, has he?" Father Timothy asked. He knew the answer, but he wanted to hear it from her perspective. Perhaps a retelling of the events would reveal some information about the situation. "Well, go on then," Miss Miggins taunts, shaking the boy. "Don't you have anything to say to the pastor?" Oliver looks ill, as if the mess dripping down his front wasn't from the knocked-over bird bath. She didn't allow the boy to speak before breaking into another tirade. "Every morning I come out to find my bird bath knocked over, and I've finally caught the culprit." "It wasn't me," Oliver pleads. "Honest." "What didn't your parents tell you about telling lies now?" Mrs. Miggins explains. "And in front of the pastor! Have you no shame?" "All right now, Mrs. Miggins," Father Timothy calls. He could see the fear in the child's eyes and decided to intervene. Father Timothy didn't need to know that Oliver was too shy to tie his shoes by himself to know that this lad had no interest in sabotaging bird baths. "If you didn't knock over the bird bath, then who did?" Surely the boy had seen something, otherwise he wouldn't have entered the Miggins residence. "I don't know what it was," Oliver says. "A likely story," Mrs. Miggins interjects. A stern look from Father Timothy quells her rage, allowing the boy to continue. "I didn't get a good look at it," Oliver continues, "but it was big, like a possum or something." "Nonsense," Mrs. Megan retorts. "I don't have possums in my yard. What are you trying to say? You think I don't care for what the good Lord gave me? No pestilence shall come nigh my dwelling. That's Psalms 91, boy." Father Timothy knew he needed to step in soon or this whole situation would escalate out of control. It was barely morning and far too early for a sermon to wake the whole neighborhood. "Accidents can happen," Father Timothy says casually. Mrs. Miggins gives him a death glare, as if he had made her the villain in this situation. "We can always be better, which is why we strive for this is which is why we strive for perfection, though we can never achieve it on this world." He bends down and looks the boy directly in the eyes. "Sometimes the best thing we can do is simply apologize to our fellow man for our misdeeds." Oliver thinks carefully before looking sheepishly at the woman still grasping hold of him. "I'm sorry," he says weakly. "Are you now?" Mrs. Megan says accusingly. "It doesn't sound like it. Do you know what it means to be sorry?" Oliver turns swiftly towards the pastor. "It's important to apologize when you've made a mistake," Father Timothy explains, "but only as long as you understand what you did wrong. If you truly wish to repent, you need to recognize what faults led you here, and make steps to make sure you don't fall down this path again." Father Timothy looks up at Mrs. Miggins. "But we all make mistakes, so it's good to apologize often and forgive often." The sour lady didn't have a belligerent remark to that, but understood the undertones of what the pastor was saying, and let go of the boy, if a bit ungracefully. Oliver struggles not to fall over for a moment before turning towards Mrs. Miggins. "I'm sorry your bird feeder fell over," he offers. I can help you set it back up if you want. No, that's quite all right, she says hurriedly. She rushes forward to block him from getting close to her valued possession. I could take care of it. Do you accept his apology? Father Timothy asks. Mrs. Miggins glares up at him from her bent-over position. She straightens quite briskly and plants her wrists against her waist in an attempt to not soil her dress with her muddy hands. Her eyebrow twitches, but she takes the social higher ground and rounds on the boy. I accept your apology, Mrs. Miggins says with a coarse tone that implied her lack of empathy. Since we're making this a teaching moment, why not show the boy how important it is to apologize for even simple things? Father Timothy asks. Before she could even shoot him a dirty look, he had already crossed his arms. You were quite rough with the boy. Her mouth twists and contorts in disdain. I'm sorry I was rough with your jacket, Mrs. Miggins says with a grimace. Your parents must have paid quite a lot for it. You should be more careful with it, not get yourself dirty. Oliver glances at the pastor, as if asking what to do next. Father Timothy gave a reassuring nod, urging him on. Do I have to accept her apology? Oliver asks. Father Timothy wanted to say, as it wasn't much of an apology, and wasn't even directed at him, that he could say no, but Father Timothy steps closer, kneeling down in front of the child. How much water did you get spilled on you? Father Timothy asks. Oliver thinks for a moment, trying to recall his math studies. How many ounces of forgiveness do you think you need to reciprocate to make up for the loss of our bird bath? Oliver stares at the ground for a moment, his fingers waggling back and forth. After a few seconds, he holds up 2 fingers, one in each hand. 2? Oliver asks. Tim smiles. If you could count the amount of times that God could forgive you, it would be more than the drops in the ocean, Father Timothy says. Wow, Oliver remarks. If God can forgive you, how much more should I forgive my fellow man? Timothy asks. After all, I'm only human, and I can make mistakes. If I can find a way to forgive you, knowing my own faults and failures, then maybe you can find it in your heart to also forgive me. You make mistakes? Oliver asks. Father Timothy stands up, rising to notice the judgmental gaze of Mrs. Miggins. Of course, Father Timothy says. Nobody's perfect, but we can always be better. Mrs. Miggins turns and trudges off deeper into her hedges to hibernate until the next child invades her domain. It's about at this point that the cart comes back into town, bringing with you all the various individuals coming from the train, as well as the mayor huffing and puffing along behind you. Father Timothy realizes that he has much more work to attend to than simply turning off the lights in the morning. He makes his way back over and solves a situation with the misplaced luggage. He takes it inside, looks at it, and what he sees inside is nothing short of terrifying. He doesn't know what to make of it. Its shape is unsettling. And as he looks at it, he realizes that perhaps it might be something of value, belonging to someone, perhaps a collection piece. Or maybe it's a practical joke, a trick, maybe? And as he thinks about it for a moment, he swears he sees it move. It's at this point that he doesn't feel safe being alone with it and decides to run back outside to find you, Gus. And says, I don't know what this is, but this is certainly unsettling. And that's when you hear the sound of the back door open and you rush back inside to see that it's empty, following out the sounds to the back door and looking at something moving along the train line. This is not good at all. He like places a hand on your shoulder. Yes.
Could I roll intelligence to try to see if I know what it was? Or if I could see it?
Do you have natural world?
I don't think I do.
I will say you could give me a hard intelligence check.
Okay.
As he loosely describes it, saying that it was made of bone or cartilage or something. Again, he's not sure about too many animals.
Gotcha. Fuck, give me a second.
Oh, sorry, are you playing a game?
Yeah, this is a poor decision on my end.
Okay. We
Ruby
can come
said,
back to it.
"Should I roll something to see if I can see through their lie that it was the wind?"
I think psychology is generally the skill used for determining someone's feelings or motivations or if they're lying or whatnot. So, but if you could think of a different skill to use, I would allow it. And that's the cool thing about this, is that because there are so many skills, it's not expected that everyone would have all the same skills. So if you can tell me what kind of skill you want to use and how you want to use it, by all means. I see that you got a 26. That is most assuredly a success, I would think.
Okay, let's see.
My psychology is 40.
Oh, okay. So not quite a hard success, unless you would like to spend 6 luck.
Okay, I did the intelligence
Yes.
check. I failed.
Oh, okay. What is your intelligence, out of curiosity?
15.
Ah, okay. You got a 23 over 15. All right. Yeah, from the way that Father Timothy is talking about it, he's talking about it very rapidly. And you know that this person does not move for anything other than the Lord, and everything happens in the Lord's time. So to see this person sprint is very odd. It's out of place. And the way that they're almost babbling about it, you think that he's very confusing. Like, he's not giving you good details or describing it very well. He's like, I'm not actually sure what it was. It seemed to be, it could have been a fake. It might have been crafted or something, but how did it move? And he's just kind of murmuring to himself as you stand at the back
Timothy.
door.
Brother.
What?
Would
Yes.
you like for me to go out there to investigate it?
No, that would probably not be the best idea, I would think. Perhaps we should go reconvene with the rest of the audience we have gathered outside of our doors, and I will pray about it, and maybe we should check the wards. But first and foremost, we should go and speak with everyone, and perhaps get our new guests acquainted with our small town, and just gently put the word out that we should stay within the city for the time being. Don't go into the woods until we know more about the situation.
Just a question about the system at this point, I guess.
Yes, sir.
Hard check is you have to get under half, right?
Yes.
What is your int that you don't have 15 for a half?
Intelligence is his dump stat. 15 is the lowest it can go.
Technically 40, but Sparrow let me get it lower.
Yes.
Okay, I was gonna say, because, like, I looked at the stat allocation, I was wondering how that... never mind.
When you do
just
point
getting confused.
by, it's like recommended not to go below 40, but it is hard rule that you can't go below 15. Otherwise, if you wanted to do any sort of checks, you would automatically fail, and that's no fun. Which is also why, like, capping at 90 for most skills is recommended. But you
Ruby
can
said,
go higher.
I will spend the 6 luck to get a hard success.
Okay. You can take skills above 100, which means that whenever you roll, you don't just get successes, you can get like harder critical successes more often.
Okay.
So that's the reason why skills can go above 100, but stats regularly you don't. You, Ruby, have snuck around to try and look through the window, and are probably like outside the building near the back door where these two gentlemen are having this hushed conversation. So you can overhear this conversation and then hear them start to go back through the front doors, or back through the building towards the front doors, where they are going to reconvene. So you know that they are about to tell a story. to the rest of the people outside. Yes, I think it's at this point that, I mean, Father Timothy is a bit shaken, and I think he takes you over to the traveling case, and he says, "Perhaps you should take this with you. Apparently, it's from someone that you knew, and would very much like it out of this place." And he like gestures towards the the ceiling of the church.
I'm sorry, was he talking to me?
Yes, he was talking to you, Gus.
Okay,
He's saying
I'm
that
closing. I'm closing this game.
I'm sorry.
No, it's not your fault. I made the mistake of playing something while the session was going on.
Okay. He's asking you to take the travel case out of here.
I want to take a quick glance at the ground to see if I see any footprints in the ground. I'm fine with disadvantage since I'm trying to do it quickly.
I will say that go ahead and give me some sort of roll. And you can either do like spot hidden or natural world, or I think there actually is like a tracking skill or something. Again, I'm not sure what skills you have, but you can go ahead and roll something. You do hear that both the director and Proctor Gus are going back towards the front of the building. So if you wanted to stay around the back and trying to look for footprints, you wouldn't be in sight of them if you wanted to do that. But if you wanted to quickly rush around back to the front before they got there, then yes, I would probably say that. Well, let's first see what you get, and then if you want to push the roll, you can try something else. A 61, I assume that fails, so I assume you will want to try and push the roll. So, or if you just want to take the failure and run back to the front, you can. Okay. How would you like to push? Is this that you are like going to stay here a little bit longer and like get down and thoroughly look through the ground, or you're going to take more time? All right. Go ahead and roll another dice and hope that you don't get a fail. All right, that's a 4. I would assume that's an extreme success because it is below 10. I'm not sure what skill you're using and what your number is, but I believe the rule is that whenever you get below a 10 or above a 90, those are the crits. Actually, depending upon if your number is like 40.
Ruby said, "Extreme success, spot hidden."
All right, very good. I believe the rule is that if your stat is 50 or below and you roll a 90, that is a fumble or a critical failure. If your stat is above 50, a 90 isn't automatically a fumble. But basically, there's a bunch of like nitty-gritty rules and what. There's stuff like you can't use luck on like sanity rolls, or you can't push sanity rolls, stuff like that. I'm honestly fine with you guys pushing or spending luck on anything, because if, you know, you're spending luck, that's using up a resource. And if you're going to push a sanity roll, I mean, I would love for you to fail a pushed roll. So that's when I get to do fun stuff. So I will absolutely fudge the rules a little bit just to make it a little bit more convenient and easier for stuff like that. There will also be stuff like contestant checks, like fight. Any sort of PvP will try to lock it down, just so we're not spending all our resources trying to hurt each other. Stuff like that. Yes, I will say, with a critical success on spot hidden, you don't see many footprints. Leading you to believe that whatever came through here was light enough that it didn't, because the ground here is soft, I will say. You know, it's still early morning. There is dew on the kind of grass back here. The ground is soft and moist. If someone of your stature or bigger were to walk through here, there would be at least some sort of visible footprints or like bent over grass, leading to believe that it must be like a child or smaller or lighter or something. Yes, that is what I will give you with a critical success. Also, because of the fact that it was small and in the trunk, and also light, is what I will give you for that sort of information. But yes,
Ruby
this is information.
Said, I will go back to front now.
Okay. You will show up a bit later, probably at the tail end of Father Timothy, explaining to everyone of how to be careful because of the recent weather that we're having. He's saying, though we are coming into the early springtime, it seems as though that the mist is still hanging quite heavy from the cold weather that we're having. And you can see that he is visibly shaken, and you haven't seen this guy rattled very much at all, except for like times of crisis, such as when there was like a landslide and some people got injured, or there was rumors of a murderer going around or whatnot. He has also assisted some midwives with pregnancy and whatnot from time to time. But this guy doesn't get rattled very often. But he just sort of kind of shared the information. Yeah, and that's just sort of the situation at the moment. Again, you guys do have various information as a group, but maybe you guys would like to meet with each other to discuss it at some point in time. Father Gus, you would probably have the position of proctor, which is basically like you're kind of in charge of like directing people around here. So if you would like to get the groundsmaster to help introduce these people to the town, or encourage them not to go out into the woods, I will leave that pretty much up to you. But Father Timothy is being grabbed and carried off by the mayor, who has got some choice words with him.
Oh dear.
They're basically having a town meeting sort of thing.
Gotcha.
So yes, that's
as much as I want your welcome to be as welcoming as the Lord permits, I believe that the woods outside the town will be off limits for now until we get this investigation sorted. But for now, I'll go get the groundskeeper, see if they can see about giving you a little tour of the town.
Well, does that mean
Ruby
that I cannot
said,
go out to the lake?
Should someone go out to pick up the newlyweds?
The newlyweds are kind of strolling around, not really paying attention to you guys. But the one fancy gentleman steps up from the crowd. He's got his hand raised. He's rolled back the sleeves on his. He's got like this beige suit on that looks kind of fancy, but like designed and tailored in a way for like a traveling fancy man, so to speak. He's got like white crew socks on that are like wool or something. Like, you don't know what his style is or where he's from, but he seems very out of place here. Like he's getting looks every single time he says or does something. Once again, this man, his name is Airamais. He's got this kind of like beautiful sort of brown skin that looks almost kind of gray in shadow, but kind of glisten almost like bronze in like the bright sunlight. And just looking looking very, very out of place, like he belongs in a different climate. Sort of gentleman. So you would assume that he's quite learned and perhaps famous, if not rich somehow, and seems to be very interested in painting, and that is why he's out here, in enjoying your local area. You can see that he's got this big board underneath of his arm, that's strapped to like an easel. He says, "Does that mean that I cannot go out to paint the lake? I saw it as we were coming in on the train. I said, I must paint this."
Well, I can't really tell you no, but I can't say that I recommend it. At least not without proper protection.
Well, then that is certainly fine by me. I'm not much of a loner anyways. I would very much appreciate any sort of company that is. An artist always works best when they are viewed by the public. No? You seem to be a strapping fellow. He slaps you and you feel nothing.
Well, always.
He actually hurts his hand.
Just like he just
reaches up and like pats you on the arm, and he's just like, "Ow."
Ruby said, "How far is the lake from here?"
It's like less than an hour walk. It is downhill, and I will actually even say that it is like the opposite direction of where you saw that thing go into the tree line. So you guys would be heading away from that danger. But yeah. I mean, is there some sort of time limit or something that we are trying to avoid for the time being? Or I want to be respectful of any sort of boundaries that you have, but something so magnificent as this, I must...
I simply don't want to cause as much of a panic to the public. Just know that the woods are off limits for your own safety.
I think there's one kid that's like, What's in the woods?
Something the Lord wants to protect us from.
Cool, I want to see.
No.
Ruby said, "Bears."
Hey, Father Gus, do you want to give me like a talk roll or some kind?
Sure.
There is a dangerous monster that lurks through it. Awesome. No, it's definitely not awesome. No.
Am I gonna have to scare the boy?
Are you gonna intimidate? You want to use intimidate? You tell me what you're doing.
My intimidate is higher than my talk.
All right. You want to scare the child? Go for it. I'm not gonna tell you what to do.
Let's see.
Smack him around a little. Put him in his place.
I'm not gonna do that.
No, okay.
Wait, where would I see talk again?
So there is fast talk, which is usually like trying to talk over someone or like lie or like, you know, sort of things. I believe there is like persuade or something. I mean, there's thousands of different skills. You want me to...
What's the default pet?
I believe there is like a talk skill. Let me just double check.
Fast talk is the only one I'm aware of. Hold on, let me scroll through.
I feel like there's a persuade.
There is a persuade, but that's for interactions over 30 minutes, I thought. Maybe saying something about that.
I don't remember reading that. I mean, what kind of skills do you have?
Fast talk, persuade, charm, intimidation.
That's true. You could just roll a general charm stat check if you want.
what's charm by default?
15.
That's your
15. Fuck that. I'm doing
Those are the
intimidation.
4
no.
interpersonal
Charm
skills.
is your stat, isn't it?
No.
Oh no, charm is a skill. Never mind. Okay.
Yes.
All right, intimidate the child. You built your character this way.
Yep. Fuck.
Oh, do you want to push it?
I am not spending 26 luck to have it succeed.
So do you want to push it?
What does that mean?
That means that you can roll again. But you tell me what you're doing that.
Let me help you.
Like, do you want to like physically go and like grab hold of the child and be like, listen to me? Like however you want to push this by like trying
that depends
harder.
on how the people of the town view me.
So people would respect you and know of you. I don't think if you place a hand on a child, people are gonna like look at you weird. Like again, this is kind of the age where like everyone's a good neighbor. If you place a hand on a stranger, you're not gonna get arrested and put in jail.
Okay.
Like, have you ever seen the Andy Griffith Show or something? Or like Happy Days? These are all old films. You probably haven't seen.
I watched Andy Griffith.
Okay, yeah. Like you would be like Andy Taylor, like you are someone that's respected for like enforcing the law a little bit, or not law, but like family law. So like you telling a child like this is dangerous. I don't have to give you a reason. Just listen to me. Like nobody's going to bat an eye. You just may make this child cry if you fail this push roll or something. So you tell me how you want to push this.
I think I know what I want to do.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll roll again. Okay, there we go.
Is that a success?
So yes.
Okay.
My intimidation is a 50.
All right. Good.
Okay. I am going to walk up to the child, crouch down, place a hand on his shoulder. You've been paying attention in church, right? Listening to the tale of Lot and his town of Sodom?
Yeah?
You know Sodom was destroyed by the city, and Lot was told not to look back at it. And you know what his daughters and wife did? They looked back, and they were punished and turned to salt. What do you think will happen to you if you disobey an order of God?
He starts like looking around, and some of the other kids are whispering like, he's gonna get turned into pepper. And he's like, okay.
Good. And I stand up and return to where I was standing before.
I will say that with that, you have convinced this child enough that, like, as the other kids are being like, look at him, he's scared. He's like, no, guys, like, this is serious. And he, like, actually, like, kind of goes and convinces some of the
Ruby
other
said,
well,
people. The daughters didn't look back. It was worse than that. But children don't need to hear that story.
Well, I mean,
I think this would be before the age that we would have like separate service for kids. Like we don't have like
we don't have that. I learned about that story when I was 8. So I mean,
yeah. If God tells you to do something and you don't, you fucked up. Although in some like examples, like the idea of the Israelites, they were following all these different leaders around, like seeing signs of God, of like burning tornadoes and like parting seas and all this stuff. And then like the second that God would go away for a couple days, they would start like worshiping other stuff, like, oh, God's not real. God, it's just like, how did you not know? He was just there 2 seconds ago. How did you? Anyhow, it's just kind of funny. But it's supposed to be an example of like, everyone fails, everyone stumbles. Anywho, back to Proctor Gus gathering the farm. Would you? I don't know the name of your character, but Gus, would you like to go get the groundskeeper?
Of course.
Do it.
I'll
do it.
Excuse me. All right. I'll go fetch the groundskeeper now. They'll show you around the town.
Oh, thank you.
He gives a nod and turns into the church.
He turns into the church? Sorry.
Oh, are we not just outside the church?
No, I meant like you turn into it. Airamais will turn towards Ruby and be like, do you know where I could purchase some paints? I'm very intrigued by the accessories that you have in this place. I was not allowed to bring any paints with me.
Paints are a fairly rare commodity around
Oh, I'm
here.
sorry. I thought you left and we're coming back.
Oh, no, it's all I thought that he was like stopping me before I left.
No, he's turning to the child, Ruby, beside him.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, never mind.
He turns into the child. No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Does Ruby know? Do they know?
Ruby, do you know?
Hold on, let me... Where's...
Heard of a warehouse, now get ready for a ware church.
Yeah, what is the groundskeeper doing right now?
Barefoot.
Ruby said, would the shop
you're
here
talking
have
about
those
me.
supplies?
Okay, gotcha. I would assume he'd be digging up a grave.
You heard the commotion outside and you're like, somebody's dying.
That's what Mr.
Or
Schultz
is this just like how you train? You just dig graves every day and then fill them in at the end of the day?
I think it's more
Whoops, misclick.
I mean, you could kind of say it's training to a certain extent, but I think it's more so just he doesn't...
No, I'm just imagining he has one
looking...
giant shovel and he just like digs up a grave in one scoop.
I've been training for this my entire life.
Okay, Father Guess, you walk in to see him digging graves again. You're like, come on, what did we tell you?
We don't have a scheduled funeral for today. There's no need for that.
I know. But Mr. Show told me to. I gotta keep digging. Isn't that right, Show? Yes. No, Mr. Show. Sorry, it gets a little wild.
He just slaps it against the ground a bit.
Oh, Mr. Shovel, you shouldn't.
Well, we have guests that have arrived in town, and they need a little bit of a tour. I figured you've been here long enough to know how to get around here, so I figured you might be our best bet in having them shown around while I and Father Timothy investigate the situation.
Do I have to?
If you want to stay here, then yeah.
Oh, okay, Father Gus.
It decided to kill itself, so
Oof.
Oof.
I forgot that leaving it unattended powers like almost everything off, and sometimes it doesn't like to power back on.
Oof.
All right, I guess Mr. Show and I can
All right.
give him a little walk around.
What does everyone see as this figure emerges?
Oh, like me?
Yeah, would you like to describe
Mr.
your
Show?
character?
Yeah, I'm basically just think of a tall, lanky man in a sort of not really a raggedy robe, but kind of a shabby robe that looks good enough just to be able to work on the grounds. Kind of a mix of like black, brown, covered in dirt. But it's also made well enough to where it can kind of block the wind and rain if need be.
I like to imagine that they offered you a place here and you're like, do I get to wear a robe? Well, if you're going to be the groundskeeper, you don't have to. I want to wear a robe. I want to be fancy schmancy like you guys.
It's a requirement by Mr. Show.
It will be hard
Must
to
act
dig
all
with it.
professional.
I still want it.
I'll make it work.
So, is this like your only set of clothes that you have?
I mean, pretty much.
Okay, fair enough.
I might have some other like ragtag stuff, but pretty much just this robe.
And what is the name of this glorious character?
Ah, yes. I'm George, Joe for short, and this is Show. Shovel, Show for short. Yes.
All right, cool.
Yes.
Joe and Show.
Joe and Show. How did you know?
And your battle cry is, time to see the show, and then you whack people upside the head.
I'm gonna dig you a new one.
Yes.
But yeah.
This is a grave
suppose
situation.
time
All
to-
right. I'm sorry.
Indeed, it's time to get this show on the road.
He just throws the shovel on the ground.
Real showstopper, that one.
Show.
You keep throwing me off my game here. Yeah.
So what graves do you want to see?
Oh, you have graves? I would be interested in perchance sketching a few graves. If that would be respectful to the deceased.
I don't know about anything in regards to this respect you speak of, but graves are cool. At least that's what Mr. Shows is.
Yes. This is something that I can understand.
Now, what kind of graves do you want to see? We got big graves, small graves, multi-graves, family graves, all sorts of graves.
Give me a fast talk roll because I think you're talking fast to this gentleman. Because he did want to go out into the woods to paint the lake, and I think you're trying to convince him to stay in town. So I like it. I think this is a very cool plan.
I got an 80.
Oof.
Do you want to push the roll?
No.
Okay. That sounds as though there are too many graves. At least for I am not feeling the graves today.
You sure I could give you an inside tour? It's
No,
quite looking
that is not necessary. Thank you.
You sure?
I am feeling the tug of the water, the lake that you have. That is
Water
beyond the
graves.
metal.
Yes, we have a few of those as well.
Yes, the
Ruby
tug.
said, "The lake sounds much more interesting."
The moontide is tugging on my heartstring. I must see this this beautiful iridescent sight. Half of the things this man said don't make sense. You don't understand him. Like you don't need to make a language skill check. You just don't understand this man.
Yes, Mr. Show. I don't get this man either. To each their own.
Is Gus spectating this, or is he still within the church?
I like to imagine that you guys are just like huddled outside of the front of the church right now, where there's just a hobo talking to a rich man about the different sights of the town, and Ruby is just also there. And then there's this one person that's furiously scribbling notes for their newspaper in the background.
Tell him about the town hall, Joe.
Town hall? I don't even
Town
know.
hall would be...
Oh, that's right. No. Yes, no. Okay. Yes. Yes. I know nothing about the town hall, Father Gus.
Would I know anything of... I know this is a tiny little town, but what...
Has Joe only spent his time at the graveyard as a groundskeeper?
Don't ask me, ask him.
The cemetery? I am asking him.
Oh, okay.
It is highly likely that he most likely has been to the town hall maybe a few times. Once or twice. Something like that. But
Ruby said,
he just,
"If there are no holes, it's not worth remembering."
Exactly. As Mr. Show would say.
What about
Town hall? More like they should haul it away.
If you're so interested in the pits, and what about the town's well? Surely you know something about that.
Well, that tastes like pig piss? I don't know.
I'm sorry, that's the well that the pigs have been pissing into. Don't drink from the pig piss well.
Well,
Well, that
water
makes
we have
sense.
here.
Well, water we have here.
Lord grant me patience.
Father Gus, roll me a power roll.
A power roll? Oh yeah, I forgot that he has this gimmick.
I mean, if you guys want to ask God for help.
30, I think. What was that power? Yeah, that's a success. Oh
Okay.
no, wait, no, that's a half success.
Oh, that's a crit success. Okay. What was the thing that you asked God for? Patience?
Patience.
Patience is over there. She teaches at the school.
I'm just trying to think. Would time begin to speed up or slow down?
I do not know.
I'm gonna say that you feel a sense of resolve. How about that? I will give you advantage on the next roll that you do.
All right, cool.
I think that's how I'll resolve that.
I see. Fair. Resolve.
Resolve.
Real. Anyway.
I'm not sure how to answer your question about is there anything unique in town. I think there's a lot of things in this
is
town
there
that are
any
unique.
different buildings or things that the painter
Prominent
might...
landmarks.
Yeah,
I mean,
anything
that
that
yeah,
within
there's
the
plenty of
town,
things.
since
I
we're
mean, even the church
trying to...
itself is pretty cool. The town hall's cool. I mean, there is like city streets, and there's like natural like stonework and trees and things.
A
and
lot of
whatnot.
unique graves.
There's a lot of things that now that you look around, there is a lot of natural beauty to this place. But this painter is dead set on visiting the lake today. Although he may not understand what a hike is and what it takes to get to a place. So
Okay, so I'm going to try and fast talk him about how long and arduous that hike through the woods will be, and it's very
Okay.
dirty, and he'll
sure
get his
thing.
clothes
Give me a
messed
fast
up,
talk roll.
and
Yeah, you guys don't have to like role play all this stuff if you don't want to. If you'd rather just be like, I want to use this skill, you can just do that. But I am enjoying the role play, so please don't stop.
I'm bad at it still, and
Oh.
also trying to figure out the character's personality still.
Okay, that's perfectly
And
fine. Whatever works best for you.
Yeah. I think Corin would be interested in interviewing him for a little column in the thing in the
Okay.
paper, because he's new and interesting and unique.
Yes, there's been many stories of me in the paper.
Oh wow.
Not
Okay.
So that's a fumble. Unless you would like to push the roll.
I guess I have to. Fuck.
How would you like to push this? Do you want to talk louder and faster than him? I feel like that's in the same vein of your character.
Yeah, a
Okay.
little louder, a little faster, and make it about how I could also get him a story in the news if he's painting somewhere in town, and I can write about it. To
Also,
spread his name.
if anybody wants to give me a psychology roll, they can.
Sure.
That's a
There
lot
we
of
go.
rolls.
That's
A 15.
Wow.
I assume that's a success, but is that a crit or?
Fast talk. That is 1 over my 5th. God damn it.
Wait. So what is your number?
My fast talk is 70.
70.
Yes, I put my 70.
So that is a crit success. That's below below a quarter.
Oh yes, it is below a quarter.
So yeah, as he's in the middle of like talking about how famous he is and everyone knows him, you tell him that, well, no, these people don't know him, and you can do that.
Ruby said, "Extreme is a 5th."
Oh, is it a 5th? I thought it was a quarter.
No, the character sheet has 5ths laid out.
Oh.
I'll spend 1 point of luck to make it match the 5th.
Okay.
There.
Sure. Because I thought it was like below half and then half of half, which I thought was like a quarter. That's weird math to do. Anywho.
59 luck.
You convince him that these people don't know him, and you can help him with that. He's like, I see. Very well. How would you suggest that I address myself? I came here on holiday, but perhaps I should acquaint myself with the people that I may be staying with for a while. is there any sort of stipulations that I need to introduce myself with? Do I need to meet with any leaders, or how should I ingratiate myself?
You are a interesting traveler around these parts, and I think people would love to know you.
He straightens his bow
We don't
tie.
get many people around here.
Yes. Go on. You're stroking his ego, and he likes it.
Yes. Corin sees nothing but a news story on a dry day.
Okay.
He's like buttering this man up, so he'll tell him everything, all about himself.
Yeah, he
Later.
will tell you many different things. He said, yes, but first, before I do anything, the painter needs paints. I need to restock. I need to reload my weapon. That is what I refer to as my brietas. My brushes, I should say. Excuse me. Where's... do you not have a art boutique?
Well, unfortunately, we're in a smaller town, so
then where would you
I
get
know
your bolts of
anywhere
fabric,
what he's
or
looking for.
your paints? Your establishments are colorful, yes. How is it that you?
Colorful is a strong word.
Yeah, like you guys are like beige and gray, and like there's like you. There are some houses that have paint on them. Yes. He's like, I do not want to purchase a full gallon of colors. So do you have any what's the colors for children, perhaps, or anything?
Maybe check with. Can I overhear this conversation?
Ruby
Again.
said, the closest to painting stuff Ruby's family would have is stuff for blueprints. Would I know anyone with paint supplies?
Yeah, give me some sort of check, like intelligence or something. Also, again, Ryan, unless you specifically say that you're gonna leave and go somewhere else, I'll just assume that you guys are like together doing something.
Okay,
like,
okay. I just want to make
earshot.
sure.
Yeah. If you would like to be in a scene, feel free to do so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Involve yourself.
I was thinking, like, maybe he could, like, visit the tailor for pigments.
Okay.
Or something like that. Because I don't think that we would have, like, an official, like, painter or anything like that.
Real quick, did anyone get success on their psychology roll?
No.
I don't think anybody did.
I failed.
I don't know what default psychology is.
I did not,
it's
because I was
not
fast
high.
talking him.
Never mind. I got a 94.
I think technically that would be a fumble. So I think like as he's talking, you're just kind of leering over him, and he's like, perhaps I should take this conversation elsewhere. And he like starts walking. I think he does go into like the general store.
I succeeded on the int roll.
Yes. I would say that for art supplies and tools and things and whatnot, you would probably know, and I think the man with the printing press would also know this. But there is like a specific shop that you guys could get inks and like dyeing agents from, which would be a good spot to get stuff. But since you guys are kind of close to the general store, he's kind of looking around in there. He's like, they seem to have mostly food products. Do you have anything? And he's just like talking to random people. I think he's like not wanting to go inside because it smells like cattle.
I know of a shop with some supplies. I'm unsure if they'd have everything you'd want.
Um, I will even say if you, and again, this is something that I'm also trying new with this campaign. If you would like to just name an NPC, if you want to like come up with a shop or a place or whatnot, you absolutely can. But if you also just want to leave it generic and nameless and whatnot, we can just kind of go for that. He says, yes, we can go there, and I might be able to try something.
Janine's dyes and inks. Follow me.
Janine's dyes and inks. How very interesting. Is that European?
Janine.
Janine. Yes. It sounds extravagant. And when he walks over, it's not a storefront. Like it's literally like a front desk, and then there's a guy that goes into the back that gets you like a box of like different things. Like there's no displays, there's no like samples showing like what the different colors are, and he's like, may I have a small selection?
Nothing inside the town is extravagant.
Nothing inside the town is extravagant. Well, I don't know. There might be a few things that I can think of.
There's like 3 things that are at least semi-extravagant.
And one of them is a haunted shovel.
Not just any shovel, Mr.
Ruby
Shovel.
is to hoity-toity.
Actually, that is true. Ruby would know all the hoity-toity stuff. So if Ruby says there's nothing extravagant, then yes. So yeah, I think that you and Airamais are getting along a bit because you guys are on that higher echelon kind of like livelihood type of thing. That's not the right way of explaining it. They live richer lifestyles, I think is what I'm trying to say here. So you guys get along a little bit. He goes to purchase like a small collection, like 8 different quarts of paints. He's like, let me just try these. And he lays down some paper currency that you don't recognize. The shop owner's like, what is this monopoly money? We don't use that funny money. I don't know, that's his voice.
Currency conversion has not occurred.
No. You think that this guy might have come from another continent?
Ruby said, here, I'll cover for him for now.
Do you want to say that aloud, or do you want to like stealthily swap out the money? Like, do you loudly say that you want to pay for it?
You can get cash out of that if you know a place that you can convert currencies. Because you could scam him.
I say it out loud. These people know I'm money.
Thank you, small one. I will find a way to repay you. Perhaps this investment in my entrepreneurship. I will create you a painting that is priceless for you.
Shareholder.
I prefer information.
Oh? And what is it that you would like to know about Airamais? Meanwhile, the cashier, or not cashier, but the store owner is like getting out a paper bag and like putting the quarts of paint in it. And so now this guy has like an easel under one arm and a giant bag of paint under the other.
First off, how do you hear of this quaint little town?
Oh, I did not hear about this town in particular. I was just wanted to see what was at the ends of the line. And that is how I found you. And that is all. Anyhow, I am off to paint the magnificent body of water that raptured my soul. And he begins traipsing out of the store.
I thought we persuaded him to paint something in the town.
Ah, an adventurous spirit. I shall accompany you.
Did you?
That's why I did the critical success fast talk. No.
Oh yes, yes. Okay, you are correct.
He did succeed.
I think he like comes out of the store. Time to paint, and you're like, sir. And he's like, oh yes, that's his right. That was in character. Screw you. That was in character that he forgot.
Okay.
Shut up.
Just checking.
Where should Airamais set up shop? No pun intended.
Is there like a sort of busy town square area that would really show off how life is near here that could convince him to paint? Maybe. While interviewing him.
I will say that kind of like out in front of the cathedral, maybe it's maybe like at one end of like the street that like goes down this town a bit.
Okay,
so I
the
think
town
like
is one long strip.
Yeah, kind of. Again, there's only a few residences here and whatnot, and then it like peters out into the woods and whatnot. So most of like the storefronts and the shops and the church and the town hall and the mayor's office and those kinds of things are running along this road, the Oakvale Road. But like branching off from the main road is kind of like where it goes into the housing and whatnot. Yeah, so I think you guys go back out in front of the church, and he says, yes, I will paint a magnificent piece of the local populace. And I think, like, as he sets up shop and begins painting, a lot of people stay away. He's like, this is perfect. There are not too many people. Not too many changing things. I am not that much for landscape portraiture, but individuals are my passion. But this is a new experiment for me. I am trying to find myself. I need to find a way to branch out and rediscover myself.
Is he in a spot where there's like a lot of vision on the town?
Yeah, he's sitting on the front porch to the church.
Okay.
Just like looking down the long street.
Can I go grab like a wood, a piece of wood from just whatever, and take my carving knife and start carving it into a crucifix?
Sure.
And sit next to him.
Okay. Give me an arts and crafts roll.
Cool.
But yes, while he's painting, yeah.
Okay, so I have my arts and crafts labeled as woodworking.
Yes.
Does that work? Okay.
Yes, like that's what I meant. Like your specific skill.
Success.
Good.
My woodworking is very high at a 75.
You begin carving away instantaneously. I don't think he recognizes what it is. He's just like, you are carving something. I cannot wait to see what it is. That is the natural beauty of sculpture, is finding the shape that is within the piece of material that we're working with. Whereas me, on the other hand, I have to build it. I need to create it. Every step, every fragment in the air, I need to create it. Also, I will say, if anybody wants to, you can give me some sort of look roll, like a spot hidden. Or you could give me like an arts and craft roll as you're like watching him paint. Give me some sort of skill check.
God damn it.
I assume that's a fail.
Very much so.
Okay. That's fine.
Wait, did you say looks?
Like if you were looking, some sort of looking check.
Oh.
Yeah, spot
Yeah, I have
hidden.
no idea.
Perception or spot hidden or something. Or you can give me an arts and crafts painting. Ruby, I will allow you to do your
Ruby
photography.
I
said,
failed.
hard success on suit hidden.
Oh, spot hidden. Even better.
Spot.
I will say, Ruby, you notice that he seems to be having a hard time utilizing these paints. He's like struggling to get like the right balance, to like even get them into the brushes and whatnot. And you guys have been going at this for, I would say, like half an hour or something, and there's been no progress on his canvas. He's been like trying different things to like spray across the pan, and I think at one point he gets a little fed up and like sticks a stick in it and tries like flicking it and throwing it onto the canvas. The paint flies off, but as it sticks to the canvas, it just kind of like melts away, as if it like gets diluted. And he's like, there's much humidity, and yeah, it's having a bit of a hard time. So basically his canvas is just kind of like a mess. Like there is color to it, but it doesn't look like anything. Yeah, like a lot of it is like.
Have you ever painted in a humid environment before?
This is all new to me. I apologize. It's usually stable environments. It's I studied many years at the university and got so good at studying in class that I even hosted a few myself through some of my peers and suitors. I have many people interested in my work, and I say if they saw me like this, they would. And he just kind of looks defeated.
Ruby said, I don't know much about paints. How does it usually react in humidity?
It's dilutes, it turns runny, it's usually I work with things that are much more plastic. They build, they do not stain. So this is the ink in the water-based it is a tribulation I will learn many from.
What if you put the canvas flat on the ground so it doesn't run anywhere?
The canvas is not running anywhere. Is it firmly on my easel? Oh, you mean the colors from... I'm sorry. What are you talking about, you silly Billy? Yes, perhaps I should set this aside and come back to it another time. And he like sets it down, just kind of like off to the side, in the sun, just let it dry because it is very wet. And again, it is kind of humid. Like the fog has, thinned out at this point, but it is still hanging because you guys are in the valley. That it makes it difficult.
Does it usually get this bad?
During the winter, yes, and like during rain and snow, you experience something like this, but it should be burning off around this time of year. It is suspicious how it's hanging around.
The fog usually doesn't linger around for this long.
Yes, but Airamais will linger. I will ride out this storm and see until the fog disappears, and then I will carve this world into many pictures. I will capture this landscape. I will not retreat. I will not run in fear
Ruby
of this
said,
challenge.
Can I roll a chemistry to see if I'd think anything is weird about the way the paints are reacting?
Oh, yeah. You could also roll me a chemistry on the weird photo you took if you want.
Chemistry?
Chemistry is what they're doing.
Oh.
But if you want to give me a history check of some kind to be like, yeah, this fog is weird or something, you can. That is an 8, so that is a critical success. Yeah. Even in humidity, paint wouldn't normally react like this. Like on surfaces that normally have water, like it might dilute it. But you would know that it would normally cause the paint to like run or bleed or something. This looks like it is sticking, like it's not trailing off of the canvas, but it just, there's no hue to it. Like the second that it touches the canvas, it's there for a moment and then it just loses all of its color. It just kind of fades away. Oh, and you got a 27 on your photo. Yes, with your weird photo that you took of Gus, when you did, it did seem to make all of the mist that was around Gus disperse. Like there was like a clear opening, like a snapshot that if Gus wasn't like blinking away the stars from the photo, he probably would have noticed that it was clearer to see because there was less mist around him. You think that there's something very unnatural, or at least unusual, about the mist that's hanging around.
I'm gonna ask the guy to wait just like hold on before you go. This thing that I've been carving, it's a sort of symbol
It's the letter T. Yes, I know this.
it's meant to be a cross, a symbol of protection. You can think of it as that way. I want you to have it if you're going to be wandering around this town. Maybe it'll come and be useful for you.
How big is this cross?
It can fit in like your palm.
Oh, okay.
It's supposed to be like a souvenir for him, basically.
You are not modifying a sign with this or something? I will certainly take it.
You see, I'm wearing one around my neck. I'm a priest here, after all. It's a symbol of our religion.
Oh, it's a religious nature. I see. Excuse me, I am no zealot, but this is good omen? Is something?
Yes. It saved me in a few scraps.
Hey Gus, can you roll me a D100, please?
All right. 29.
How do you offer it to him? Do you like hold it out in your palm for him to take, or do you like hold it out and place it in his palm? Or what is this transaction looking like?
I'm basically like holding it between my fourth finger and thumb and passing it to him.
Okay. I think he picks it up with his like extended fingers. The second that it touches, it splinters. Like it doesn't just snap because your guys' hold is so strong, but it actually like shatters under his touch. He's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. It's I did not mean to ruin your construction. Perhaps it might have been a bit brittle. I apologize.
You've done nothing wrong. I'll ask the Lord as to how this could happen. He usually doesn't deny gifts from me to other people.
Do you want to give me some sort of skill check? You want to give me religion? Or power? Or psychology? Or something?
Let's see. Are there religion checks? I don't think so.
I would think so. Hold on.
I didn't see a skill for that anyway before.
There is not. Huh.
Should I just use like my power stat for religion?
Yeah, you. Well, no, you wouldn't want to do that for that. But I will say that if you do want to give me, actually, you know what?
Or education.
Roll Cthulhu Mythos.
Cthulhu Mythos.
Yes.
Oh boy.
I believe you have a 10 in that.
I do.
You are the only one that is starting with Cthulhu Mythos, I believe.
That's 67.
Do you want to push it?
You know what? Sure.
Okay. I mean, otherwise, I'm just gonna say that was weird. And
I have 50 points of luck, but that's not gonna be enough to push it
no,
to a
no, no,
success.
no, no. So you're gonna get a 98. That is going to be a fumble. So you are gonna get a sliver. You are gonna take 1 point of damage. And actually, could you give me a sanity roll?
Sure. What do I roll for that?
So you roll a d100, and what is your current sanity?
88?
88?
Yeah.
Alright, you're trying to roll below an 88.
A 12.
Oh, okay. I think I am gonna still give you something for this. I think you get like a flash. You see like an image for just like the brief of the split seconds, and it's, you don't know exactly what it is, but it gives you like the feeling of something you've seen in your nightmares, and you realize with a start that the reason that the cross shattered under his touch was because it was exactly like what you said. It is a ward. It is something that is supposed to take the brunt of any sort of dark attacks. And you realize that the reason why it broke under his touch was because there is a darkness surrounding this man, or inside of him, or something. He is cursed. So much so that just this small, trinket was instantly overcome by the amount of darkness that he had. You can lose 1 point of sanity.
All right. Let's see.
So, normally when you get a critical success, you can not take any sanity loss or whatnot. But depending on certain things, I can overrule if you get successes or whatnot. How much sanity that you lose or whatnot. Because sometimes if you fail, sometimes it's just like a D6, sometimes it's a D12 of sanity loss or whatnot, depending upon how terrifying it is of stumbling upon a dead body, or actually seeing a monster lunge at you, stuff like that. So because you did get a crit success, normally you would avoid sanity loss, but I am gonna make you lose 1, just to enforce the fact that you realize that there is something unholy about this gentleman, for lack of better explanation.
I'm going to have to ask
Ruby
you
said,
to come
"Bad
into
mojo."
the cathedral with me.
That is where we are currently, but yes, perhaps change of pace might be good for me to take a look. I will concede on this one for now. It's perhaps I should turn my attentions elsewhere for now. It's not good to keep ramming against a brick wall, as they say. Perhaps I just need a change of pace for a moment.
Rest on the pews. I'll be back.
All right. I think he actually lays down on a pew.
Yeah. Keep an eye on him for me, will you?
All right, you heard him, Mr. Show. Keep an eye on him.
Before we move on, does anyone have a glass container on them?
Got a shovel.
What kind of glass container would you want? Because Ruby, I think that you would carry around like tools and materials and trinkets or whatnot. So if you just want to say you want to have like, you know, a little container for capturing something, I would say fine. If it's something larger than a pickle jar, maybe give me a luck roll. But if you just want to take a sample of something, I'll just say that you can do that.
I want to collect some of the mist.
I'm gonna say you're gonna have to give me a skill check to do that. It is also about midday at this point. It would be easier to do that in the morning if you would prefer to do this at a different time.
So, I will say for anybody that is currently not involved with what Father Gus is doing, you might want to trail behind him because this could be interesting to eavesdrop on or something.
I mean, yeah, you guys are hanging out.
He does look like he's like hurrying towards the town hall to get Father
Timothy.
I'm bad with names. Timothy, there we go.
Okay, yeah, you just take
Ruby
Airamais
said,
inside.
I'll
and he
do
lays
that
down.
in the morning. For now, I will take some paint and cut off a small piece of one of the canvases.
Give me some sort of stealth roll, unless you are actively just tearing up one of his paintings. He does like pack up all of his equipment and take it with him inside, but he does leave the canvas drying out in the out front of the church if you want to like mess with that. I will leave you guys to talk for a moment while I quickly run to the bathroom.
All right.
If he does that, I will ask him for a sample so I can investigate it later.
Guess he got a phone call or something.
Yes. Maybe. I don't know.
Who was the journalist?
That would be me, Corin Sinclair.
Alright, I'm back.
Are you good at tracking Mr. Sinclair?
I am unfortunately not. I am only good at disguise and stealth to
He's a socialite.
catch things.
Socialite is a good word.
I talk myself into places and to get the real truth.
Gotcha.
Oh, no, excuse me. Socialite is not what I thought it was. Ruby is a socialite.
Character as a general statement is
You're an investigator.
focused on. I'm investigator. I have some history because I have combed through knowledge and libraries trying to find things to prove my theories, and a little bit of occult because I've been trying to prove Chupacabra, the lake monster, and Old Man Jenkins' car really does run away.
Have you written any stories about a shovel?
No, I think
No, but
Mr. Joe and Show would probably have frequently given him tips about, well, my shovel talks to me, and at this point he's got like a
for show.
Yeah, exasperated. Yes, I know your shovel talks to you, and he's certain he's just a little mad.
Ruby said, "Also, Sparrow, if he packs up his gear, I will ask him for a sample so I can study it later to potentially help him with the humidity problem."
Give me some sort of skill check. And I'm gonna say that you're gonna need a hard success.
Persuasion. My number is 65.
Oh, you got a 76. So that is a fail. Unless you would like to push it.
I can't think of what I could do in character to push, so I will leave it at that.
Okay. I think you ask him if you can see some of his equipment, and he's just kind of defeatedly putting away his stuff, and follows Gus inside, sits down, and then Gus quickly, expediently rushes out of the building, heading towards the town hall, where you can see that there is a small conversation happening between the mayor and the constable, and Father Timothy is kind of standing in between them, not participating, just kind of wanting to leave at this point. And
Father
I think
Timothy.
he looks up and sees you, and his eyes light up. He's like,
and
yes.
yeah, no, he sees me like very, very quickly walking. Like basically like, like the power walk that like old people do, that sort of thing.
Okay.
But just like trying to hurry.
Okay.
Father Timothy, you're needed at the cathedral at once.
Well, now hold on just a second, as Constable Cartwright, CC, trying to make names easy to remember for you. He steps up. He's got like a big mustache. I think you are the only other person that's around the same build as this gentleman. You guys know each other for a while. You probably, I wouldn't say necessarily like best friends, but you guys know each other, have a mutual respect. There is probably like a little power imbalance where like he's supposed to uphold the law and you're supposed to like protect the people. And so you guys might have like...
So sometimes that conflicts.
Yeah, so you guys don't necessarily butt heads, but you guys may have like conflicts of interest of like, how do you save the child down the well? It's like, well, we can't just destroy the well that belongs to someone. It's part of the infrastructure. Like, the longer that we sit around here, we can't help them. Like, you guys have your differences, but you always have like this mutual respect for each other. And also at the end of the day, you guys know each other, and you know that you're good people, so you want to work together. Um, so as he like puts up a hand, he's like, "All right, hold on, Gus. We're just about finished wrapping up here. We need." And I think he sees that you're looking a bit frazzled, for lack of a better
Can he,
term. Uh,
could he also see the splinters that I'm carrying as well?
yeah. He's like, you hurt or something? I think he's going to step aside with you. Um, and the mayor's like, you can't, we're still, excuse me. Uh, and he like kind of pulls you
This
aside.
is an
He's like,
emergency that could endanger the people.
all right. Like, look, you coming down here, causing a big old hubbub isn't helping anyone. Now what's going on?
Look, you know how I craft my crosses and such, and how they seem.
Yes, you're a skilled craftsman. You just fixed my
Yes.
door last week. It's
The
sturdy.
gentleman that just came into town, I made a ward for him to protect him from spirits, and it shattered in my hand.
He
Once I
rubs
gave it
his
to him.
chin thoughtfully, and like the sound of him scratching his stubble sounds like sandpaper. He's like, that's concerning, but again, I can't
See,
be.
this exact thing happened before when I lost my people.
Now you listen here, all right? I don't care. No, let me take that back. I don't much understand your religious talk, but when I wear this uniform, it means something. So I can't just go telling people to beware of witches and whatnot. That's your thing, so.
That is why I need Father Timothy's assistance. I can't do an exorcism on my own.
Give me a skill check.
All right.
And you forgot to use your advantage. I'll say that you can pocket that and use advantage whenever you want. Talking to this man,
Okay.
you already have advantage on. So you can roll 2 dice for this.
Okay. What skill is this?
Some sort of like persuasion roll or whatnot. I'll say that a 31 is you're good. He's like, I've been holding reins for far too long. Honestly, I don't know what to do with this, but I think with that he turns around and said, I think we've held on to the preacher for just about enough for today. So how about we reconvene and make a decision at a later time? Oh, that's preposterous. We absolutely need to make action right away. Yeah, just like the action that we need to do with the repair of the streets. Look, the water's like coming through the cobblestones. We haven't fixed this thing, and it's like, oh, that's not important. I think for public safety, it is a big concern. How about I talk with you about it for a great length? Come over
Ruby
here.
said, "Quiet now, Mayor. The menfolk are talking."
I think as the mayor gets like escorted away with a big strong arm, that the mayor like catches you going through the door. He's like, just like noticing a small sassy child as the door closes. And Father Tim turns to you and says, "All right, now, what is it? You seem to be more distressed than I am."
I present him the splinters. This used to be a ward that I just made. I gave it to the gentleman that was just visiting the town, and when he touched it, it shattered into splinters.
He clutches at the own cross that's around his neck.
The only time I've ever seen this before was back at that house.
All right, now let's not talk like that. Show me to the gentleman.
He's back at the cathedral. I told him to stay at the pews. Joe's keeping an eye on him.
All right, I'll go speak with him. But Proctor Gus, you need to keep a level head. Understood?
You're right.
Your presence is important to making sure that the peace is kept. We're not lying to the public. You need to understand that you work for the creator of the universe. You have nothing to be nervous about. There is nothing in this world. Well, I was going to say harm you, but sometimes the Lord does allow us to experience trials to test our faith. This may be an important trial for you, but I urge you to consider this as not a punishment to endure, but instead an opportunity to share the strength of your devotion. Let's stop talking. I'm beginning to preach. Show me to the gentleman.
He's resting on the pews at the chapel currently.
You guys begin rushing back.
The cathedral.
Ruby said, clarifying question. It
Yes,
sounded
sir.
like you were whispering Ryan. Were you?
Yes. I was basically kind of like hush hush trying to talk to him.
Yes. Yes. Father Timothy will go off on a rant if you don't stop him. Yes. Hey Joe,
Yes.
could you give me some sort of roll? Sir Airamais is laying down on the pews and he's just kind of murmuring to himself, and he's like, "It's not usually like this. I am experienced. I am entrepreneur. I should succeed."
Out of 30.
What kind of skill do you want to do? You're just for keeping an eye on him, basically.
Just for keeping an eye on him.
Yeah.
I guess. Psychology?
Yeah. What's your psychology?
I don't know those details.
Oh,
10% is default.
okay.
10% then.
Oh, that's right. You don't currently have your character sheet.
Yep.
I forgot. I will instead say that you can tell that this is a troubled individual. But you notice something. And this is something that only you might be able to catch. And that's the fact that he seems to be talking to himself. But not just in a way that's, hyping himself up or speaking his problems aloud, but as if he is speaking to something else. As if he's having a
You have a
conversation.
Mr. Show as well?
Do you say that to him?
Yep.
Excuse me? Do I have
Mr.
a
Show.
what?
I'll show him my shovel. He speaks to me.
He speaks to you.
Yes.
What sorts of things does he say?
Annoying things, mostly.
Yes,
Just keeps talking and talking and talking. What can I say?
yes, it can be quite annoying when people are talking to you. He says,
Indeed,
looking directly
you
at you.
get me so well. Isn't that right, Mr. Show? He gets me. Yes, yes, yes. No, Mr. Show. No, he's not annoying, Mr. Show. He is clearly a friendly individual that connects with me, honestly. Mr. Show, you always do this.
Mr. Show just starts saying slurs.
Could
Mr.
you give me
Show.
another D100 check, please? Gosh dang it. You can see that he's starting to, get up quietly as if he was going to sneak away while you were distracted.
Hey, don't listen to the voice. it might want you go places, but those places always ends up some kind of hole.
Oh, I was not going in the. What voice? You were saying that I am hearing things. That is preposterous. I do not speak to thin air. I was merely
Do
discussing
you
with.
have a Mr. Show?
I was speaking aloud, discussing my thoughts. That is all.
Oh, an inner Mr. Show.
Ruby said,
I think
I swear, one day that Shovel will get up on its own and monologue about how he was the true villain all along.
I think this is when the doors to the church open, and Gus, you come back inside to see Airamais looking very concerned as
How do you say his name again?
Joe.
No, not
Oh,
Joe.
Airamais.
Airamais. Okay, thank you.
By the way, has anyone caught on what that name means yet?
No.
All right, cool.
Dimension 20.
Nope.
Is
Don't
it
worry
a
about it.
literary reference?
Airamais.
That is my name. Do not wear it out, please. It's worth quite a lot of money. Apparently not here, though. Father Gus, you come in to see a very exasperated painter arguing with a man and his shovel.
Joe causing you trouble?
No, it's Mr. Show, Father Gus.
Yes, this individual is declaring me a charlatan. He is referring to me as someone that is partaking in witchcraft, which I think that this person is not right in the head and is a poor representation of this church.
Well, that's obvious.
Gus, you feel a smack on your head as Father Timothy just like Gibbs slaps you.
Right, Father Timothy, I must watch my tongue.
Wow. I only asked him if he was talking to his own Mr. Show, but he started to get a little worked up. Turns out he was talking to an inner voice, Mr. Show.
I am no Joshua, and I am only talking to you, and you are the one that is not listening to me. So I do not wish to speak with you anymore. And he gets up and he gathers his legs and he starts marching towards the front door.
Nope. I shut the door, stand in front of it, and cross my arms.
Excuse me, Mr. Big Man. I wish to
I
not.
believe you'll want to speak with Father Timothy.
I do not wish to sully your holy place any further with my terrible musings and
Look,
haunted mind.
for your own safety, speak with Father Timothy. Cooperate, and the Lord may bless us.
Well then, let me just see this Father Timothy then. Ah, yes. Hello there. Ah, I see. This is my favorite part of the series. Ah, yes, when the two NPCs discuss amongst each other. This is my favorite part. Yes, please. All right, very well then. Allow me to convince you. You will not convince me of anything. Well, we'll just see about that, shall we? Very well then. You take a hard bargain, and you as well. It was a good fight.
Oh my
uh. Father Timothy says, now, what seems to be the situation? You seem to be new here. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to meet with you. I am Father Timothy. I'm the pastor here, and this is Proctor Gus. He seems to see that you are dealing with a bit of a situation, as it were. The only thing that I'm dealing with is how would you say artist block is I'm having difficulty expressing myself, and that is the only thing. Actually, I take that back. The other thing that is bothering me is that individual that I do not wish to spend another second with.
Pointing towards Joe.
No, he points at the
Mr.
shovel.
Shovel, how could you?
Actually, yeah, no, I think that's funnier that he points at Joe and says, I do not want to see him anymore. And Joe turns the shovel and he says, how dare you say about that, my friend? Father Timothy will convince Mr. Airamais to sit down his painting supplies and go and have a quiet talk in the back. I think they go over to the confessional booth or something.
All right.
What are Gus and Joe talking about?
And show.
Just you can definitely notice that Gus is incredibly tense currently and doesn't really want to leave the door. Well, how is the company, Joe?
Horrible.
Mm.
Mr. Show won't be quiet, and that artist fella his show was so rude. At least I think it was his show. I don't know. Oh, no,
You
no,
say
no,
he-
no, Mr. Show. Shush, shush, shush.
You say you think that he also had some type of voice in him?
Well, he was talking to himself all like, and that's super weird. So I thought he was similar to me and Mr. Show, but no. At
And
least that's what he
wasn't
says.
You sure he wasn't just trying to get his thoughts straight, right?
No.
Do I trust what Joe says when it comes to this sort of thing? Because
I
I
don't
feel like I
know.
should.
I think I'll leave that up to you guys. I feel like you guys can describe what your history is with each other and describe whether or not you trust each other.
I feel like if Mr. Joe and Show are telling me someone else is mad, I'm bound to believe them because that man is
Yeah.
gone.
Look, it just wasn't right. He was talking to someone, not himself. He was talking out loud.
I wonder who that
Yeah.
reminds me of.
Yeah, ain't that right, Mr. Show? I'm sure it's that lady down the street. Yeah, she's always talking to herself. Weirdo. Oh yes, what a strange film.
Would Sinclair be trying to eavesdrop or something like that?
Corin probably would be very confused because he was there trying to interview the artist as he was painting, and he would have seen the cross fucking explode.
You know, hey, Sparrow, could I make some adjustments to the cathedral?
I mean, so far it's just a generic cathedral. What do you want to...
Okay, I want to say that one of the windows is one of the stained glass windows is currently under repair.
Okay.
So it's broken, so it's pretty easy to hear and see through.
You know what? I will take it a step farther. I would like you to roll me spot hidden check, Gus. And Joe.
Okay.
If this is in relation to me,
Oh.
like to the group that we should go in with him if we want to see something interesting earlier. So I would have went in the church with y'all.
Aye, fair enough. Okay.
Corin is not particularly devout, but he's not blasphemous or anything. Given the times, he goes to church or whatever.
I think it's like this particular situation where Gus was
Well,
trying
I
to get
mean-
Father Timothy in to deal with the guys. So they are trying to do like a private meeting, I think.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, Father Timothy did say to prove prove devotion, and so what better way to display and prove than with a reporter?
Okay. I mean, I will completely leave it up to you guys, however you want to roleplay this scene. If like you just want to allow
Okay.
the reporter to go wherever he wants, because freedom of the press, or whatever.
Yeah.
If you want to sneak around and whatnot, I will just kind of say that most buildings aren't exactly airtight. You could probably overhear, or like catch a glimpse or whatnot. Hey, I see that you've only rolled once, Carnage. Could you roll me once for Joe and once for show?
Oh, Mr. Show.
Oh, good.
Both
Uh,
fumbles. Wow.
that is a critical fail. You don't notice shit.
Oh shit, spot hidden. Yes, I should do that.
No. This was
Ruby
just
said,
for
That shovel will kill us with its own spade one day.
I will take that 13. I will use it for something in just a minute. Something. Actually, you know what? I was gonna say this is a scene that happened earlier. I'm gonna say that it happens now. As you guys are in here having this conversation, you suddenly notice a draft, and you look over and see at one of the stained glass figures, one of the stained glass windows that once had a figure. You didn't know exactly what it was depicting, and now that you look, that figure's not there. And then you hear a voice, and you guys turn around and see a figure standing with their arms behind their back, wearing a long, dark cloak. It's cloak is a wrong term. They are wearing a different kind of robe from you guys. Perhaps something more ancient, like older.
Like
And
a
they've got like this
corpse.
dark, kind of frazzled head of hair that's like black, and their eyes are kind of dark. And they look at you guys and say, "Is Father Timothy here?"
Do. I haven't. I take it I have never seen this person.
You have
in town,
never
nor saw
seen
them
this
get
person
off the
before.
train.
This
Okay,
person does not exist in the town. They did not come in on the train today. The doors also did not open.
How did you get in here?
I am allowed in my own home to come and go as I please. Now, where is the pastor? I wish to meet with Mr. Speaker once more.
What are you on?
He narrows his eyes at you. Give me a power roll.
All right. Oh, that's F. Whoops. I'll spend 9 luck.
You don't want to push it?
Nah.
Okay. you get this kind of like, for the first time in probably a long time, you feel like this kind of gross, kind of nasty gut feeling. You can feel like the sweat start to beat up on the back of your neck as this guy just sort of looks at you. And it's not like a look of disdain or like distrust, but you can tell that he's eyeing you. And he says, I see that the speaker has garnered new followers. That's good. Last time I spoke with him, he was not inquiring with anyone outside of these halls.
Speaker, are you referring to Father Timothy?
For now, I am.
What business do you have with him?
A business that a man has with another man that need not be shared with a third party.
He's currently dealing with another person currently. He's very busy.
He purses his lips and thinks for a second. That is unlike him. From my experience, speaker is never too busy.
The town's been excuse me. The town's been in a bit of a hassle since earlier today. Tons of unusual things. Trying not to cause panic, but it's good reason to.
He kind of glances around, like his gaze just kind of scanning the room, and he looks at Joe, and then he looks at Sho, and he looks like a little confused and turns back to you, Gus, and he says,
We're just talking in the background, not noticing anything.
just talking to the proctor, notices another person here, notices a shovel. All right, back to you. Like,
He's drawing a smiley face on Sho with permanent marker.
Recognizes Joe, does not acknowledge him. Tell him an old friend has stopped by to visit, and he very much has interest in hearing what I have to say. Good day. And he turns and walks towards the door.
Like, leaving?
Yes.
Or... Interesting.
I think it's at this point that you start to hear footsteps of Mr. Airamais storming back in, and he once again hurries over and picks up his stuff, and he says, "This is preposterous. I'm not staying here another second." And he brushes past you and picks up his things. And as you turn around, you realize that that figure is gone, and you didn't hear the doors open either, as Airamais picks up his stuff and barges through the doors and leaves them swinging open as he marches off. And Father Timothy slowly comes around the corner.
Gus's brow is very, very furrowed. You can definitely tell that he's incredibly tense currently. And, like, his hand is, like, gripping on the head of his axe under his cloak.
Father Timothy just looks up towards the ceiling and does like a gesture across his chest in the shape of a cross and does a quiet prayer. And then he slowly walks down to you and simply says, "It is not our... I'm doing the wrong accent. Hold on. It is not our business to deal with the matters of others. It is our business to be an example and to offer aid, but not to tell people how they should conduct themselves. We are not here to blaspheme or to point out people's flaws, although it can be hard to assist people without helping them recognize that they need help. But, again, it is not our place to fix people."
I can only remain passive for so long, Father Timothy.
Yes. The Lord's work must be done.
I'll give it time. If any more commotion happens, I'll ask the Lord to help me take it into my own hands.
Sometimes that is the only thing that you can do, is simply ask for His will to be done and for it to come soon. But in His own time, I suppose. But sometimes we can't expect God to do all of the work.
You know what? You two. I point towards Ruby and Sinclair.
Yes.
Would you happen to have any investigative experience?
Why, investigation is the name of my game. I've been trying to prove things around here.
Well, I have a favor to ask of you, a favor from God, if
Ruby
you will.
said, "Yes, it's my bread and butter."
Perfect. Seems like the Lord has sent us the right people then. I'd like for you to keep an eye on our visitor.
If we could gather up for a moment. Excuse me, Proctor. I will allow you to continue investigation, but allow me to give your bread and butter some jam. And it does a quiet prayer. And I would now like all of you to roll a D100. And you can do this privately, if you would like. You do not have to do this in the dice chat. You can if you would like. And I want you to hold on to that number. And here's what's going to happen. Father Timothy is going to use one of his special abilities, and he's going to give you a portent roll. At any point in time, you can take this D100 roll that you have, and you can use it. And you can either use this on yourself, or an enemy. So if you roll something good, hold it on to yourself. If you roll something bad, give it to an enemy. Looks like you guys have rolled good, as I see a 20 and an 18 so far. But if Corin and Ruby would like to... Okay, a 72.
I did the private roll. As you asked, I will send you the screenshot.
That is not necessary, but just hold on to it, and whenever you want to use it, you can. These do last a day.
Okay.
So every single time that you want another one, you will have to come visit Father Timothy the next day.
Fair enough.
And with that, Father Timothy is just going to say, I wish you the best of luck. I need some time. Let me know if anything else comes up. I will leave this in your capable hands. I will hold down the fort. And I think it's at this point that he turns and notices the stained glass window that's open because the figure that was in the stained glass is just gone.
Wait, as in, like, there's now a gap in the glass where he
Yes.
usually sits?
Yes.
Oh.
Oh.
As the wind
Ruby
is
said,
blowing through.
I'm willing to do this for you. I just ask that you remember the 9th commandment.
Of course, I remember.
Dr. Timothy
all
is going
10.
to slowly turn to you, Father Gus, and say, when you have a free moment, do you mind putting up a tarp?
Of course. I'll
And
get
says
Joe to work on
nothing
that.
else.
One last thing, Timothy. I have a question.
Yes, what is
Has
it?
anybody referred to you as speaker before?
Plenty of people have. I speak many times. Even before I became the pastor here, people knew me as one that spoke my mind. It got me into trouble a few times, but then I learned how to use my voice for spreading things that were more than just what I thought.
All right. That is all. I'll make sure to take care of whatever is damaged, as well as Joe. I'll get Joe to help me out.
Speaking of damaged
Joe.
goods,
And Mr. Shaw.
Full naming him. He's done some wrong.
I will take care of the damaged goods. All right, Joe, time to go to the hospital.
I don't need the
Time to go
hospital.
to
If
the
anyone
psych-
needs the hospital, it's Mr. Show.
Time to go to the psych ward.
Where would you take a shovel? Like the veterinarian?
What?
The carpenter.
Clearly a
blacksmith.
skilled craftsman.
Ruby said, the blacksmith.
Ah, there you go. If only there was a depot for homes.
Anyway,
Yeah, what are you guys doing?
yeah, I'm gonna get Joe to help me cover up the window. Obviously, Joe. And
Yes,
Joe.
Father Gus. Yes.
We gotta find some kind of tarp to cover that window with. It's letting a draft in here. We'll get it repaired afterwards. but-
While you guys are setting that up, would you guys like to give me a spot hidden?
All right.
You don't have to.
Hey, a 20.
Is that a crit?
That is a normal success. Oh my
Okay.
god.
Goodness.
Another fumble.
He's just constantly being distracted by show while you're doing this. With a normal success, let's see. Also, don't forget that you also have a free reroll whenever you want.
Yeah.
You can see that the window, like, it's still there. Like, it's not damaged. It just seems like all the pieces that were inside of the frame of the person is just gone. So there's like this open silhouette which just opens out to the sky. That's what I'll give you.
Something strange.
Oh, God.
Just Gus is kind of just gonna do the same thing that Father Timothy did and just kind of whisper in Latin a silent prayer.
Okay. Hey, you want to give me a power roll?
Sure.
Okay.
$13.
Oh.
That is a 1/5.
I would like you to now make me an intelligence check.
Intelligence?
Yes. I want you to see if you understand something that I'm about to give you.
Nope.
All right, cool. So here's the thing about the Call of Cthulhu system is that if you ever see something, I make you roll an intelligence check to see if you understand it. Because if you do understand it, then you will like suffer from the sight from beyond. If you don't understand it, then you just kind of repress it, and you're just like, oh, that was weird, and you just kind of move on with your life, or like, oh, that was scary, or whatever. Father Gus, as you are covering up the window, you feel a presence, and you like kind of turn, and you look out, and you see something in the tree line, like two glowing eyes, and you're just kind of like, must be a creature, must be like a fox or something.
La creatura.
La creatura. And you just kind of glare back as it slinks back into the shadows. That's what you get with your power roll. Well done.
Oh dear.
No, that was a success.
Oh.
Hey,
Well, I mean,
That's
I know
unfortunate.
that was a success, but like, that seems foreboding.
Uh-huh. You know what?
Fuck was gonna come out if he fumbled.
But granted, I don't know that that's foreboding because
I
no
mean,
int.
if he hadn't rolled good on his power, it might not have retreated. Let's just put it that way.
Ugh.
Buh.
Suddenly glad.
You know what? I'll give you...
Would Father Gus understand this? I don't think he would.
No, you failed on your intelligence.
Ruby said,
Yeah.
"You have a hedge around you."
Go ahead and take one luck back.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
So now what are you guys doing? The investigation is on.
To keep an eye on this man is.
It,
what
Oh,
we
by the
would
way,
investigate.
that painting that was left outside of the front of the church, it's still there.
Okay.
And it's drying.
Wait.
I
So
yoink.
he left it behind.
Yes. He picked up his art stuff and went inside with you guys.
I guess
And then
Ruby's taking
he
it.
picked up his stuff and left. He forgot about the painting that he left to dry outside.
I shall yoinketh it.
Hey, Ruby, you want to give me a power roll?
Uh-oh.
I guess I'd look at it too, considering everything that's happened, and Corin would be a little shook after the cross explosion, the sudden appearance.
Okay.
Success.
Just a normal success?
Yes.
Okay. You pick up the painting, and for a moment, it almost feels like your thumb pushes into it. But you just kind of like pull back, and you're like, oh man, it's still soft. And you're fine. You all come outside to see that Ruby is holding onto this canvas. And what you can see is kind of a strange... It does somewhat look like the street that you guys are looking at, but it's weird. It's bizarre. There's some sort of like incongruity to it. It's obviously very poorly painted, with a lot of smudges and just sort of smear lines. It's like looking at something with like squinted eyes where you can just kind of see the shapes of things, but there's no details to it. But you you swear that as you're looking at it, it moves. Can I get sanity rolls from everybody?
Oh boy.
All right. I'm good.
You gotta roll under sanity, right?
Yes. All of this game is rolling under your number. So rolling a high number is bad. You want to make your stat as big as possible.
Oh, who left?
That was just someone listening in. Excuse me. Excuse me again. So, Gus, you rolled under your number?
Ruby said, sanity starts equal to willpower, right?
I forget what it is exactly.
Yes, it does, if I remember correctly.
So, Gus got a success. Ruby got a failure. And normally you're not allowed to push or spend luck on a sanity roll, but I will allow you guys to do so if you would like. What did Corrin get for their sanity roll?
57, and that is a success.
Okay. You all can
My
lose
sanity is 80.
you all can lose one sanity except for Ruby, who I'm going to roll your sanity loss. And because this is a level 0, I'll just roll a d4. 2 points of sanity loss for you, Ruby. There's just something odd about this painting. It's unsettling. It's creepy. It's almost like what you're looking at is a twisted, almost demented version of your world. But it's just a painting, right? What would you guys like to do? This is kind of the end of my intro. So this is basically the end of the level 0 encounter. But if you guys would like, we still have some time if you guys want to investigate further, or we can end here for today.
Up to everybody else.
I'm down to keep going, but
Yeah.
I don't know about everybody else.
I'm done.
I think people are kind
Look
of
for it.
locked in at the moment, so I think this is, if
Yeah.
people have time, this is a good time to keep going.
It's the show, and I agree.
So what are you guys going to do with the painting?
Don't you just hate those moments when the character you've imagined would do the stupid thing?
What are you doing?
Because Corin has been interviewing this man and trying to get a good story on him. He would be interested in what he's painting, and if it struck him as very weird, he'd probably look closer at it, and that's a stupid thing to do, but he would.
I mean, he's an
Are
investigator.
you saying you want to
slash
do a spot hidden
interviewer,
roll?
So
Yeah, try and
Okay.
see if I can tell what's exactly is wrong with it.
Okay. Give me a spot hidden roll.
I'm. Oh, thank fuck.
Are you fine with the failure?
I'm fine with the failure. Ugh, well, no, it's. Yes, I don't think
Are
there's
you
anything that
sure
could
you
really
want to
push it.
see something?
Okay. You kind of lean your head in and you just kind of look around, and you're just like, it's just a very badly dried and painted painting.
Okay.
Give me a power roll.
Oh boy.
You know, just for fun.
56. That's a success.
All right.
Ruby said, "Personal space, Mr. Sinclair."
All right. Ruby pulls the painting away from you.
Okay. Good. Sorry. Don't know what came over. I don't know what came over me, but that painting ain't right.
If you guys would like, I could give you a little something. I won't start anything else. I'll just introduce something that's more in the world. There is a half novelty, half like pawn shop called the Eclectic Collection, which is basically a shop where people started selling and trading goods when they like needed money, or they were new to town or whatnot. You know, stuff like people selling wedding rings or like getting rid of old, dressers and whatnot. Since then, it is kind of upgraded, downgraded, like tangential upgrade, where it is mostly full of knickknacks and doodads where people just don't want or don't need anymore. And sometimes these are items that people think are like cursed or haunted and just want like physical value sold to them. Or people have like failed inventions, or like people that couldn't get the patent out and just like decide to, scrap it for parts. So there is basically what is, all intents and purposes, a magic item shop, where there is just like a collection of various interesting things in there. So if you wanted to go and talk with someone that might know a little bit about mystical objects, that might be something that you could interact with.
Okay. Do you... I feel like if there's a man who's been collecting cursed and
It's not a
other
man.
objects, Corin would at least know them.
Uh, yeah. You would know them by name. It is not a man, it is a woman. She is an estranged widow. Uh, you don't necessarily know her entire life story and whatnot.
No,
But you know that
but
she basically came out here because of some falling out that she had with her husband, and basically set up shop here and was like, since I am so good at taking care of someone else's garbage, why don't I make a shop out of it, basically. Um, Her name is Mamelia, and she is a very pleasant person. You're welcome to come in and browse and whatnot, and she does enjoy company from time to time, but she knows that most of what she does every single day is just kind of sit in her shop and uh, just kind of sit around with dusty objects, um, and for a lack of better understanding, guard them. not because people may want to steal them, but because they need to be watched. So, kind of think of her as like a gardener or like I can't think of the term for someone that does flowers.
Florist.
Florist, yeah. It's basically like a florist shop, but for like knickknacks and doodads.
Antiquarian.
Yeah. Like there might be a mirror in there that makes you look like 30 years younger or something. You know, stuff like that. And like,
Suppose to the party, then, everyone here, I would suggest. Well, I do know someone who might know a bit more about odd things happening like this. She collects objects that don't seem right. Maybe she's heard of something like this.
Maybe she'll be able to give us a tip as to how to approach this situation, because I have a feeling that force isn't quite the answer.
Ruby said, this painting. He is either a very shoddy artist, or there is something wrong with his materials. I intend to analyze this, but it wouldn't hurt to make a stop in town.
All right. I say that we head to that shop then.
okay.
Yeah, I suppose we go over
Go.
to the shop.
Yes, Father Gus.
Come with us.
Yes, Gus.
Yes.
I hope she's, like, deeply concerned about his shovel. It's just my own personal wish. Like, why are you carrying that thing around with you? Type shit.
Airamais, Mr. Show.
As you guys walk your way up to the eclectic collector.
Ruby said, Show is her ex-husband.
No. Absolutely not. You can see that there are a couple of kids hanging out in front of the display window. And they're hanging out in front of... there's a couple knickknacks and things. Like there's one... like a mirror that makes you look like different or something. Maybe there's like a TV or something, like the first invention of like a TV that just kind of shows like random pictures, or like just sort of like one stop motion animation kind of just like moving back and forth of like a horse galloping or something. You know, just kind of like interesting things and whatnot. Maybe there's like a nutcracker that seems to march on his own or something. These are just kind of various things, but one of the most popular items is what is, you know, just colloquially referred to as the talk box. Nobody knows who invented it or where it came from exactly, but it seems to pick up on somatics of some kind. It seems to make noises from time to time. Sometimes it just makes music and whatnot. It's basically what we would recognize as a radio, but you guys wouldn't have any concept of what it is. But sometimes people think that they hear like a voice, and sometimes they think that they can have conversations with the voice. Sometimes they just hear talking, and so sometimes people just like to come by and listen in and see what it is today. And currently there are two kids out front. One of them's a boy, one of them's a girl. And there is a voice that is like whistling, and you think you hear like tap dancing, as there is a voice just singing a song. It's like, whistling winds and warbling warbling birds and whistling winds coming all around our beautiful twins. Something like that, where it seems like whatever this voice is making up a song that is relating to these two twins that are hanging out in front. And when they see you guys approach, they could just kind of like run off and scamper and whatnot. Who's going into the store first?
I believe that would be
I guess I would be.
Corin. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ruby said, "After you, Mr. Sinclair."
I
You
guess
hear
I would walk in and start looking around for wherever she is in the
as you reach
shop.
for the door handle, you hear the talk box call out. It says, "Hey you there, Mr. Sinclair. How are you doing? What's out there?" And I think that's when you stub your toe on something.
Fair enough.
But yes, like as you guys enter into the building, the talk box seems to say something that relates to each and every one of you. As if like catching your auras and like recognizing you and saying something. Yeah, just kind of like an odd little thing that you notice. But yes, as you enter into the building, it is a completely different atmosphere in here. Not only is there like no mist or moisture of any kind, it feels, excuse me, it feels dry in here. Where most buildings can tend to be a bit drafty. This building feels quiet. I mean, things are like ticking and tacking and moving and whatnot. There's like a clock that's just spinning way too rapidly or something. Um, there's probably like a metronome that beats, not consistently or something. Like there is noises going on in this building, but it just feels empty, for lack of a better term. It feels like you're walking into a library.
So like when you're outside and you hear the sound of like the ambient air, but then you go in somewhere contained and that
Yes.
suddenly stops.
This building very much feels contained. And I think all of you feel that differently, but you all notice that sort of like oppressiveness, but like in a reassuring way, for lack of a better term. But yes, you can see that there is a middle-aged woman. I would say about like maybe early 30s or so. And she seems to have something taken apart and spread out on her desk there, where it looks like she's maybe taken apart one of these trinkets and is trying to mess with it.
Okay.
But I think she looks up at you all as you enter, and she smiles a big toothy grin, flashing these like very brilliant green eyes. She has short, kind of curly, honey brown hair. She looks at all of you and says, "Oh, hello. What is it that I can do for you today, gentlemen and lady?" As she nods to you, Ruby.
Okay. I will start out by saying, well, I know you deal in some of the more esoteric goods, and I was hoping to seek your advice on something.
She like gestures towards a bin where you can see that there's a shattered mirror in, and she says, "Can't get much worse than the day I've had so far, but sure, go on." Does everyone know what a broken mirror means?
7 years of
7
bad
years
luck.
bad luck.
Okay, that seemed like a generic enough one that people would know, but yeah, I just wanted to make sure.
Before I continue, Ruby is typing, and I want to make sure that things don't move past whatever they want to do.
Ruby said, "Mr. Sinclair tells me you have an inquisitive mind. Please, take a look at this.
Oh, inquisitive mind. Why, thank you, but I am simply a purveyor of intricate things. I like to think that I find value in things that people don't. We don't have to get into the semantics about that, but yes, what is it that you would like me to look at? I assume you put the
This
painting up.
painting here was painted by a man not from here. A ward shattered right after he touched it.
One that I made.
You, believe in wards?
Of course. One so saved me a while back. And my
Ruby
faith has
said,
been...
I hold the painting out to her. If there is counter space, I place it.
I think she kind of like makes some space. She like moves over like a big box and it sets it down. She says, if you'll have an interest in wards, what do you think about the one above the door? And you will turn and you will see that there are some runes carved above the door frame.
Do we recognize any of them?
Does anyone want to make any
Norse.
sort of skill check?
I guess I'd take a look at them and see if I recognize them. Should I roll history or cult?
Yeah. A cult would be great. Like Cthulhu Mythos or like library or history or something. Yeah. Tell me what kind of
Fuck
skill.
it, I'll do a roll.
At
So
the
cult
very
makes more
least, you could do
sense.
like a wood carving roll.
You know what? Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah,
Oh,
do a
26.
wood
Wow,
carving
that's
roll. Yeah.
So my
Swear
occult's
to
only
God.
a
Dang
20.
it.
My
I
library
knew I
use
should
is
have
a
taken
60.
anthropology.
There are too many people talking at once.
Able to roll library use? Like recall a book I've read?
I will
or...
say it will be a hard skill check if you want to do library use.
That's still 30 instead of 20. Fuck it.
Okay.
Oh! Fuck my life.
What?
99!
Do you want to push the roll?
No, I don't think I should.
Alright.
I feel like that's a poor decision.
You got a 99 and a 98. Because you both got fumbles, I think as you guys turn to look at the runes, not only can you not make them out, but your mind actually gets a little fuzzy. And I want you guys to each make me a power roll. Both Corin and
God.
Ruby. As
Damn
like
it.
something sparks against your psyche.
That is a hard success.
Okay, you're fine. And I assume Ruby is also fine. Alright, also a hard success. Great. So yeah, you like quickly look away, as if expecting like a frog to stick its tongue out at you or something. You just kind of like flinch and react. And you're fine. Gus, you got a 26.
Yes.
What kind of success is that?
You told me I could do my woodworking skills, so that would be a half crit.
Okay, so a hard
So-
success. Yes, you can see that this, first and foremost, it's not very well carved. You can tell that this is something that would normally be like painted or, you could probably, carve it into stone, but the fact that it's carved into wood, it's maybe a little messy. You could get the idea that you might be able to carve it better if you did it. But that's what you notice.
Wait,
You,
carve what exactly? I
the
apologize.
the runes.
Oh, oh shoot. I'm sorry. I completely zoned out.
Yeah,
Like
there's
I missed that
runes. There's
entirely.
runes carved into the door frame,
Oh shit.
like above the header. You don't necessarily recognize what they are and what they mean, but they don't look dissimilar than maybe some of the things that actually you think you've seen something like this on some of the doorways at your cathedral, and you thought that they were just aesthetic. You're gonna have to talk with Dr. Timothy. I keep calling him Doctor. You're gonna have to talk with Father Timothy later.
You know, if I've seen those wards on the cathedral, I guess I could assume like the runes on the cathedral. I guess I could assume that uh I could flesh it out.
I'm gonna say that this is definitely like a different language for sure. You're not entirely sure what it
Yeah,
is.
yeah, no,
Like,
I'm pretty sure I could take what I see and just like refine it
oh, do you
basically.
want to like study this?
That and maybe potentially like actually properly spell out whatever it is because you said it is like kind of messy. So maybe
Yeah.
I could straighten it by comparing it to what I've seen on the cathedral.
So I would say that these are definitely different kinds of wards or different kinds of writings.
Yeah.
But you understand like the kind of purpose is what I'm gonna say, that it's like tangentially related. That you get that this is some sort of like warding, like for the doorway is what that's what I'm gonna give you with your success. If you do want to study it, you might have to spend some time with it, or maybe ask someone about it. Maybe talk to Amelia about it a bit more, or spend some time just like looking at it. But again, you don't understand this language, so you wouldn't necessarily recognize how the figures are supposed to look. You can just tell that it's done by someone that is not a wood carver by trade.
I
Um,
see. Okay.
do you do that? You just look at it. You're like, huh, I could do.
Nah, 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 nah,
You
nah,
just
nah.
point above the door, and you're like, that's cute.
I want to fix it.
Um,
I simply want to fix it.
do you say that?
You know what? I say, I couldn't help but I noticed those markings above your door. I know that we have some of those back at the cathedral. You mind if I fix that up for you? They look a
Oh,
bit
oh, do you now?
messy.
Well,
Hmm.
what does it say above the door then?
I don't know
So
is
you
the
don't have
problem.
them quite like this. Well, that's the important thing about making wards and carving runes like this, is that you have to get them very exact. I know that I'm not. It's not the prettiest job, but it makes do. If you have an interest.
You give me a piece of paper, write on it, I can copy it to a T. I have a lot of experience with wood carving.
She leans against her arm and smiles at you, and she says, "Sounds intriguing, but perhaps we can talk business after uh, looking at this first and foremost."
It's my duty to just keep in mind it's my duty to protect the people. Having you stay safe, that's payment enough.
Mamelia will remember that. A new branch is unlocked for you. How about that?
All right.
Her affection meter goes up by 10%. Um, yeah. Oh, shoot. I was going to roll for her looking at the.
Indeed.
You know what? I'll roll it here for you guys to see. I mean, unless anyone wants to spend their portent rolls or something. She is just gonna look at this and be a little confused, and she's like,
You know what? I'll give her my 20.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn.
She says, I don't usually deal with painting. Who made this? I don't see a name on it.
A particular fellow that just walked into town, arrived on the train not too long ago. Definitely didn't seem like he was from around here. Had a strange accent, and his pigmentation was different.
It was Bondsman. Now I'm taking his accent, goddammit, on accident. Go.
What
Well,
is it that you're talking about? Oh no, it's happening to me!
Ruby said, a man who calls himself Airamais. He's not from this continent.
Just to finish the joke, like, as everyone's realizing they have a French accent, we just cut to the shovel with a tiny pencil mustache.
It is I, Mr. Show. Whoa.
Monsieur
Oui,
Shaw.
oui.
Hon baguette. Airamais. Excuse me for just a moment. And she is going to go into the back for a moment and grab a couple books and says, I was borrowing these from the library and just doing a little research. And she plops it down and says, yeah, here, let's see. Oh, yes, Airamais. He is a very famous painter. He's done quite a few different things. Oh, do you know the Grey household? He once did this very exquisite painting of Lord Dorian, I believe. Here, and she holds it up, and it's like a printed example of the picture that she did of this wealthy businessman. Yes, he's quite gifted. Nobody's able to capture essence just like him. Or at least that's what the book says.
He was, troubled.
Ruby said, I prefer photographs to paintings, so I don't know much about that side of the art world.
Well, I don't know much about photographs. That's new technology that I don't understand. Actually, isn't much documentation on photography yet, but very intriguing. And she offers the book to you and says, you're welcome to give this book back to, shoot, I forgot the bookkeeper's name. She borrowed the book from the person that has the huge library of books, or huge collection of books that people borrow them like a library. I don't have the name of that NPC at the moment. But she basically says, like, you guys can hold on to the book and just give the book back to the library when you're done with it.
Okay. I will mention, he was, very troubled when he was painting this, as if the paint wouldn't behave. Could swear I saw it move after he painted it.
The mist
Moves.
lingered around for a little longer than it was supposed to as well. I'm a little suspicious about that.
What's suspicious?
The fog hanging around a little longer than it was supposed to.
Yes, I've been curious about that as well. It's been causing a bit of a ruckus with some of my tenants. And she glances around the room full of doodads. I just kick it up to humidity, but Yes, I can see how a new environment, let alone an outside environment, might mess with someone's prestige. He is normally doing these under, you know, very pristine conditions inside of mansions with whatever sort of materials can be given to him, having to fend for himself, and, you know, I'm sure that would upset just about anyone. But there is something curious about this. Do you mind if I hold on to it for a while?
Go ahead, just be careful with it.
I think that's up to Ruby because she was the one
Oh
holding
yeah,
on to it to
yeah,
study
she's
it.
the one that's holding on to it. Yeah.
I don't know if Ruby is willing to study it with them or whatever.
I think Amelia picks up like a small tool that's used for taking apart uh, tiny mechanisms, and just is kind of like carefully like brushing it against the surface of it, just like testing it, see where like the soft spots are and whatnot. Just like giving it a little investigation.
Ruby said, I can bring my supplies into town and study it here. Would probably need help carrying it all.
Oh, do you not live in town?
Oh,
And where do you live, little miss?
I mean, I guess she would have an estate or something nearby.
That's true.
Just Joe just silently talking to the show in the background. Just like,
I would.
Yes.
yes, show. Yes, show. These
My parents are the ones who had the estate built not too far from town.
Show's talking about the artifacts.
I would think that show would actually be a bit more lively in this store, as if there's
And dude,
much more many things to.
a lot of things.
It's like a kid in a candy store.
He's conversing, chat. The shovel is conversing.
Dorme.
Dorime.
If any of us go insane, we have to be able to hear show too.
Gosh dang it! That was going to be a thing. You know what? Take an egg point. As a reminder, egg points can be used to give you an extra amount of success. So if you get a fail, it will turn a fail into a success. It will turn a success into a hard success, and a hard success into a critical success. You can also spend it to get 5 luck or 5 sanity.
Okay.
Actually, since you guys
Ruby
are
said,
here,
when Joe goes full insane, Show just treats him like a disappointed parent.
everybody can get.
Who said I was the insane one?
Everybody
Mr.
can get
Show.
3 sanity lost back, and can gain 4 luck.
So recover 4 sanity that we have lost?
Yes. So everyone just gain 3 sanity. You just kind of feel a bit centered being here.
Okay.
One of the things that I want to do is like create areas that are kind of like havens in a meta word, but also whenever you guys like complete objectives or like discover locations or meet NPCs or whatnot, I think I do want to give you guys like little rewards and whatnot. But also when you guys discover whatever your passion or like a vice or something, that is a way to recover sanity. And then I will just kind of be like giving luck whenever like something cool or like you succeed at something. Like I'll just like periodically sprinkle luck back in. Just because I want like luck to be able to be spent more regularly, and then sanity is
Okay.
something that you have to like purposely try to recover.
What did you say for luck this time, or is that
You
redoing
got
the
4
sanity
luck
instead?
and 3 sanity.
Okay. 63.
Sanity and luck are the stats, but also the resources that you will be spending.
Okay. I guess Corin would warn them. Just be careful now, 'cause that thing. Crosses don't explode.
Yes, that seems more interesting than this painting to me. That is something that I have quite a bit of knowledge about, let's just say. If someone were to break a ward or some sort of totem or something, that would either be a sign of conflicting interest or how best to describe this? You know how a river has flowing water, but you can build a dam. I mean, even creatures build nests and beavers build dams and can staunch the flow, usually not stopping it completely, but in some cases stopping it. If something were to disrupt that, it's, makes the flow revert to its original passage. Let's, for an example, and this is probably a metaphor that's going to lose its usefulness very soon, but let's say that a river was stopped up and water came from a nearby lake or something and got diverted and went down the riverbed but the other direction and destroyed the dam. Well, then those things would neutralize each other and the water wouldn't flow anywhere because it doesn't have anywhere to go. Does that kind of make sense? Sometimes energy doesn't just do what it's supposed to do. There are ways of turning it around, or it's a bit complicated, I'm sorry. What I would suggest is not trying to figure out how much you need to sacrifice for, whatever it is you're trying to do to work. I wouldn't suggest making bigger and bigger totems until they stopped blowing up. I would try to figure out what source of, energy it is. It might be negative, it could be positive, it could be any number of things, really. I knew someone that was so creative that they imagined a whole world for themselves and never once saw reality. And sometimes people see so much reality that they have no imagination. Which is worse? I don't know about you, but I'd much rather be the blissful ignorant one in between. Fortunately, we don't always get choices. Anywho, my suggestion for you is to try and figure out what it is that may be ailing your friend Airamais, if that is what you're interested in. Or if you simply want to... what is your goal here that you're trying to do? I'll be honest, I'm a bit lost as to why you've come to see me.
I'm simply concerned about the safety of the people. Anything unusual could be considered a threat to the safety and the peace.
Well, I will say that that is your first mistake. Anything and everyone can be a threat. It's not about their ability to, but their reason. You know, you very much have the ability to bash everybody's skull in, but you're not going to do that. I'm not scared of you because you could kill someone. I'd be scared of you if you wanted to. Does that make sense? I don't know about you, but this Airamais fellow sounds as though he is quite content with turning his energies towards art. That might be a good outlet for him, but if you think that there's something troubling him, you said that he came out here because what was it?
He wanted to
Said
try
he
to.
was.
Go ahead.
Uh,
Go ahead.
Well, he said he was trying to find himself, then try something new. That he was feeling lost.
You don't think he's having a conundrum, do you? Midlife crisis or art block or something? That might be concerning.
Could be.
I would try to figure out what that is before you figure out how to stop him. I mean, we could, wrap him up in chains and, hang him off a cliff, but I don't think that would solve the situation. Do you?
I feel as though that would make things a lot worse.
That's exactly what I'm thinking. Her affection meter goes up. I'm glad that we were able to see reason.
All right. Yeah, there's no need to be hasty about this unless he actually poses some sort of threat.
It's all a matter of perspective.
He seems to be able to keep himself under control, then who am I to interfere with his life then?
I will say, he was kind of set on going to the lake.
Maybe I
We
could
should check
escort him
that out
there.
at some
I know
point.
that Father Timothy told me that the woods were off limits, but I'll see if I can make an exception. I'm a tough cookie. And God will be watching over us anyway.
Me when I burn my chocolate chips.
Burnt chocolate.
No, sorry. Like, me when I burn my snickerdoodles, I'm a tough cookie. I think it's at this moment that you notice, like, a garbled noise. It sounds like scratching. It's basically the sound of static, but I don't think you guys would, like, understand what that is, other than, like, maybe some of the somatics in your home going, like, haywire or something.
What in the name of the...
And Amelia says, "Oh, it's that dang box again. If one of you just wants to whack it or something, or maybe, like, twist one of the knobs or something. Again, I don't know exactly how it works, but, sometimes...
I go to touch it.
Okay. What do? You just smack it, or...
I go to reach for what I assume is some type of button or something.
Okay.
Don't know what, but...
do you want to give me, like, a repair electronics check or something? Like, what are you...
No, hold on. So Sparrow, you remember what we discussed with my character about how his divinity interacts with technology?
So, because your intelligence is so low, you interacting with newfangled contraptions does not go well. I would like you to roll me a power roll.
It's like the tech that involves the vibrations just kind of stops working within a certain proximity of Gus.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a power roll I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna need a. I think I just want to give you disadvantage.
Okay.
Ruby
That's a
said,
success.
phones exist, right? Just rare.
Okay. The box goes silent. She's like, oh, you
Did-
managed to silence it. That's new. I usually not able to
Did I
get
do
that thing to
something?
shut up. No, it's all right. Some of the kids might be a bit sad, but honestly, it's a bit noisy. Well, that completely screwed what I
Never
was
been
going to
too
do.
fond of tech, I suppose.
Well, just because you don't understand something doesn't mean you can learn to love it. And she gives you a look as she stands up and takes the painting, and I think she goes and hangs it behind her desk there. It's in view of the window, so if Mr. Sinclair does come by, he can see it and come get it.
Change is sometimes hard for me to accept,
Well,
especially
it's
after what I've been through.
it's Ruby who's more
Yeah.
interested in studying it.
Well, I'll keep it safe here for tonight, just in case it is befuddled. And you can come see me tomorrow. If you do have any concern about it, I think it might be best if, stays here where it might be safer. For it and anyone holding on to it. If that's alright with you, though. Yes, phones do exist. They're just rare. Like most buildings.
Ruby said, yes, lugging that all the way to my home would have been cumbersome. Gus, would you mind helping me bring my chemist's supplies here in the morning?
I suppose I may as well.
Mamelia smiles and says, well, aren't you handy? From my
Idle
experience,
hands are usually hands that are up to no good.
yes, from my experience, having a man around the house usually makes dealing with matters more cumbersome. What a pleasant surprise.
I like to be the exception. It's just I usually hope that exception is in good taste.
Well,
especially in the eyes of the Lord.
I'd like to think that I have good taste, and you're an exception.
I see.
As in, you're different than the men that she's had to deal with.
Yes, of course. It's just like I'm picking up what you're throwing down here, Sparrow.
Yeah, I think she's wanting to pick up what you're tossing down.
So glad I'm still here.
Perhaps I'll see you on Mass come Wednesday, I'll be
Ruby
back over
said,
tomorrow to
how
take care of that
scandalous.
rune.
The nope heads would love this.
Oh, yeah.
I'll be back to take care of that carving above your door and help you fix it.
Yes, maybe we could do some late night studying together. Sorry, I'm just still thinking about, like, going to church and Father Gus, like hands her some communion, and she drops it, and she's like, "Oh, sorry, let me pick that up," and she bends over in front of you.
Well, if you need help with something, then just
Her
let me
ankles
know.
are showing.
Oh, yeah, this is
Actually, no,
recording.
her ankles aren't showing. Excuse you. She's kind of got like that Anne of Green Gables kind of outfit where she's got like the buttoned frilly shirt, and the kind of like functional skirt, the long skirt. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
You know, now that I think about it, most people are deterred by my face unless they know me.
Well, I've only known you for, well, I think I've known of you for a few years now, but I think I'm starting to get to know you.
Well then, I'll be back to come check up on you then tomorrow once. I feel like everybody probably needs some rest at this point.
All right.
The accent keeps changing. God damn it.
Feel free to come check up on me anytime.
I do need to get back and write the article for the paper tomorrow anyhow. And
All
I
right.
guess we leave and scatter.
That's right.
Is that where we want to leave it for this evening? Do you guys want to do anything else? Here's the problem that I'm kind of having, is that we sort of have concluded the mystery. Would you guys like to do a quick voting, or do we want to just sort of end it here and then come back next week with the next encounter?
We're talking about like voting for the next scenario?
Yes. So you guys have done the colorless Lambo. You do still have access to the other level zeros, which is the dirty laundry, the pasteurized pasture. You also have unlocked the level 2 uh, mystery, which is Cumulus Invitus, or the rain that hates. If you want to continue investigating Mr. Airamais and his situation with the paints and the lack thereof.
Honestly, yeah, I kind of want to keep pressing this investigation because it seems really interesting.
Okay.
If everybody else is down,
We can do a
like
quick
for
vote.
next sesh.
What does Sinclair vote for? Oh, also, you guys have also unlocked level 1 mysteries too, but
I'm interested in chasing this down too, but I don't know how wise it would be to continue pushing on it.
so here's
No,
the thing that I will
that's
say.
meta. No, Corin would be 100% willing, keeping digging on this.
So you guys will be going from a level 0 to a level 2 difficulty, which, just as a reminder, means that there is natural time progression. Things aren't like locked behind your interactions only. So Airamais may go off by himself and do something if you guys don't pay attention or like keep track of him, basically. And he could kill someone or get himself killed or like do something without your involvement, basically. That's kind of it. There isn't like any obvious or like clear dangers necessarily, but like natural time progression will affect your investigation, is what a level 2 is. That's basically it. So if you guys are fine with jumping up from a level 0 to a level 2, we can absolutely do that. But we can continue with the voting. Joe and Show, what would you like to vote for?
Show doesn't think we should go any further, but Joe thinks otherwise.
Okay. What does Ruby think? Just because however we choose to progress from here will kind of define what happens next, because I don't want to keep introducing too many things if they are going to be unrelated. But also, if we are going to continue with this story and go down this path, I do want to start doing those things. I will say, in general, you will have the rest of this evening to yourselves. And actually, maybe we could make this a small activity. Would you guys like to level up a skill? Would you like to get some sanity or some luck back or something? Maybe get some health back or something? Like if you guys want to specifically try and like train up some skills, I mean, Gus, Mamelia has offered to help you learn some occult if you are interested.
Sure.
All right.
I suppose that'll probably come in handy when trying to learn the enemy. I suppose. I guess. I don't know.
Mean, I think that's a little bit later down the road.
Learn the enemy, learn the ally, whatever. He doesn't know what it is, but it'd be in his best interest, since he's seen it on the cathedral, to learn it.
Ruby said. Ruby votes Airamais. Ruby really wants to investigate what escaped the church, and she sees the painter as an excuse to get around out of town with potential protection due to the fact that Us is keeping an eye on Airamais.
Okay. Then we will continue with Mr. Airamais later. But yes, before we conclude today's session, how about let's figure out what everyone's going to do for their downtime activity for the rest of their evening. What would you guys like to do? Would you like to get some sanity back, some luck back?
Someone not.
What?
If you're expecting something, someone
yes.
Oh. I will also say that I wasn't planning on it, but I think you guys have done a pretty good job. So I was going to reward everyone with one skill point, just for completing a level 0. But if you guys also want to study a particular skill during downtime, then you can get a D6 amount of skill points in a specific skill.
Oh, so is a skill point a single percentage, or?
Yes.
Okay.
So,
Ruby said, Ruby is going to be developing the pictures and making a copy of the newlywed couple picture to give to them.
Okay. Do you just want to train up your photography skill then?
Sure.
Okay. You can gain a D6 in your photography skill. So we are going to be starting relatively low at the start, but depending upon the level of difficulty that you guys are doing, plus the amount of progress and the amount of like how good the result you get, I will give you guys different types of rewards. So that may come in the form of XP, which is basically skill points or stat points, but also you'll get like items and information, or like havens or wards or things and whatnot. Again, it's just kind of like a general campaign. But for, completing low-level missions, you'll get low-level rewards, higher things, higher rewards. The lower-level ones will go by faster, but maybe the rewards aren't that big other than the narrative, I guess. But, yeah, I will prepare the next chapter of this story for you next week. Corin Sinclair, what would you like to do for the rest of your evening?
Suppose Corin would spend the evening quickly banging out the article to go into the news tomorrow morning, and then see if he can borrow a book and study and try and figure out if he can learn any more about these weird rune things and happenings and such.
The weird runes?
And be like working on his library use.
Oh,
occult,
okay. Yeah, if you just
that's
want
a
to
thing.
upgrade your library use, yes, then you can gain 1d6 in library use.
Yeah. Where's the... There it is.
Ruby got a 6 in their photography.
4.
4 is not bad. Gus, you're here, right?
Yeah,
And you're studying occult with Mammalia.
I suppose so.
I will give you advantage on your d6 roll. Actually,
Alrighty.
I will allow it to be a d8 if you would rather.
Either 1d8 or advantage, or 1d8 or 2d6 take highest?
Yeah.
I'll take the 2d6 with advantage.
Okay, yeah.
Or not 2d6. but,
Just
like, you know
because
what
she
I mean.
is a trained professional and she's assisting you, basically.
Yeah, no,
Hey, that's a max.
Okay. I think, like, as you guys are kind of studying this and whatnot, she's showing you, like, what kind of different runes mean and whatnot. And again, it's not necessarily a language, it's more of like an art thing of, like, shaping these things together and when they work together. I mean, you've seen the kinds of things that Fox has gotten up to, right? With the basically the Ars Nouveau kind of like skull crafting or
Oh, like hex casting.
hex casting. Yes, it's basically
Yeah.
that. She's kind of showing you that, and I think
I
there's
see.
like a moment as we're like doing this montage of her like leaning against your shoulder to like, no, it's like this, and then she like looks at you and kind of turns away, leans away from you. It's very cute. Is Joe back?
I am here.
Hi, Joe. What would you like to do with your evening?
And show. Dig holes.
Dig holes.
All right.
Specifically, digging up bodies. Yes.
All right. You know what? I want you to roll me a D100.
Hell yeah.
All right. You do not find anything. You just practice digging holes. But I will say that you can gain 1d6 in whatever your
Ruby said,
digging skill
"You dig
is.
up yourself."
Is there like a digging skill? I mean, you can make up skills in Call of Cthulhu, so
Excavation.
is excavation a skill?
I'm not sure.
It's not.
Actually.
There's a natural world. Maybe survival? I don't know.
Survive.
I think
Oh.
digging should be a skill, so I think when we make your character, you should have a digging skill and put some points into it.
Copy that.
Alright, go ahead and roll 1d6 and you will get this many extra points into your skill for this evening. All right, a 2. Um, I'm just trying to think of a good cliffhanger to end us off on. Actually, here's one of my favorite things to do. I will ask you guys, what do you want to see a little extra scene on? It could be Airamais as he's going to sleep. Maybe the thing that's in the woods. You want to see what Father Timothy's up to? Maybe that strange figure that you met at the church. You want to see what the mayor's up to? I don't know.
I'm fine with any of those things other than the mayor.
Okay.
It's up to the other folks.
Ruby said, the newlyweds.
Oh, the newlyweds. Okay, so technically speaking, like Airamais and the newlyweds were people that were like linked to mysteries. So I did introduce them in the like the nothing introduction session that we did just to sort of do some world building. But I didn't want to properly introduce Airamais until you guys were like in agreement that that was the mystery that you wanted to do. So they are people that do exist, but just for the fact of I don't want to distract from the mystery, I'm going to say that the newlywed couple are like locked characters is what I'll say. But I do like that. I will give you an egg point for that because that is something that like I could do something, but I don't want to distract you guys, so I'm gonna hold off for now.
Thing I would like to bring
Ruby
up.
said, I'm just so intrigued in the drama.
There's so much drama. That's what this campaign is all about. It's all drama.
Drama for the llama. Whoa.
I want to rewatch The Emperor's New Groove now.
Thing I would like to bring up. Before you've said that nothing you bring up is going to be insignificant. You mentioned how Father Timothy had never really been seen shaken until accepting times of crisis, like there was a landslide recently.
Uh-huh.
How recently we talking?
So, during November, there was a significant amount of, and you guys are in March. Actually, you know what? It is currently March 6th, meaning that tomorrow is March 7th. No? Nobody? All right, cool.
March 7th?
Sorry.
No, it's fine. Early in November, there was a significant amount of snow that built up on the mountain that came down through the force that was up on the mountain that overflowed the it made the rivers have too much water, all right? So
The mount caused a big flood?
it caused some of the rivers to run a bit higher than they're used to. So it caused this mudslide to go across a roadway that was a pretty big like forest road, kind of just outside of town, going to some of the other houses that are around here. There was 7 casualties and 1 missing person that was declared deceased.
Okay.
That is all of the information that I will give you for now, because again, it is tied to something. So, not
And also, 1 second while I'm typing notes as I speak, but
sorry.
you mentioned rumors of a murderer.
Again, these are all things that are related to other mysteries, but yeah, you know, sometimes you
Okay,
just kind
if
of
there are
hear
other
things.
mysteries, I'm happy to let it drop.
Okay.
But you
Yeah.
mentioned that you only mentioned important things,
Yes,
and I wanted
it-
to be making sure I'm just not letting the. And by the
No.
way, the painting is throwing shit at you, but you don't notice that. That
No, I mean,
type shit.
Ruby did stick their finger in it.
The thingy.
The fingy.
The thingy?
I wasn't talking about literally the painting. I was just giving a hyperbolic example. And
Yeah.
you know that video where they ask you to keep track of how many times they pass the basketball and you don't notice the fucking gorilla in the costume?
I mean, I
I
saw
do.
the gorilla.
Okay, I'm trying to not miss the gorilla. Unless the gorilla is a different mystery and we're ignoring it for now.
So, I mean, this is basically me saying, like, you don't need to worry about the gorilla. The gorilla is not necessary at this point in time. The gorilla will
Okay.
come back. But yes, I am doing world building that, like, in the future, you guys will see about something.
I'm trying to keep very detailed notes because I have horrible memory.
I will say that Oliver and Mrs. Miggins are like people that do exist, and Mamilia, and you know, all these people do exist and will come back later. But sometimes I will just say like, there are people walking around and whatnot.
Well, yeah.
Not that you have to keep track of every person that exists, but the named characters do. I mean, even the librarian I haven't named yet, just because they are tied to a mystery, and I'm not going to name them yet because I don't want to distract from Airamais and what he's doing. I only bring up Mamilia because she is someone that can assist in this mystery, and she is. She's helping you learn information that that Airamais drew a picture of Mr. Dorian Gray, and is helping you learn occult symbols. I name dropped Dorian Gray, and Ryan's just like, huh.
Ruby said, Dorian Gray is familiar for some reason.
I will leave that to you guys to figure out. But yes, they do have a very famous story about them.
It's a book, isn't it?
Specifically, a picture about Dorian Gray, yeah. Some sort of painting about Dorian Gray, about how it captured his essence perfectly. Anywho, where were we? Oh, we were trying to decide on what cliffhanger we wanted. And Mamilia puts her hand on Gus's thigh. Ooh.
No.
No.
Tempting a man of the
creature.
cloth. Ooh.
Tempting a man of the cloth. How could you?
No, she doesn't do that on the first date. You don't have to sound so repulsive. It just reminds me of the guy in the movie that's like, "Don't rush me, Amy." And he slams her head against the wall. I'm just not ready. Sorry, I've kind of said no to your suggestions, but
I want to hear the Fuck, what's his name? Hold on, let me check my notes.
Father
I wrote
Timothy?
It down. No.
Also, if anyone wants to steal my notes, I'm happy to share.
actually, you know what? I keep forgetting to do this, but if you guys just want,
Rich
like,
boy, not rich boy, freaking
Airamais?
painter,
Airamais.
Thank you.
Here, there's the notes channel. If you guys just
Him.
want to jot down stuff in the middle of the session, you guys can share notes or
Thanks.
Well,
You're just gonna like copy paste a whole Word document. Wow.
Jesus Christ, yeah.
I keep detailed notes.
All right, cool.
Thank you, Donnie.
Oh, here, let me get you the. Yeah, I keep pronouncing it Airamais, but it is just Airamais, isn't it? You know what? I'm gonna keep pronouncing it Airamais.
I I don't know how to spell these names. These are all
I like literally
approximations.
looked up what I had written down, and it's like, gosh dang it, I did write it Aramis. um, yeah. I was gonna do something in Mamelia's shop, but Gus broke the box.
My bad.
We broke the box?
Okay, so Gus. Okay, you know what? No, I'm actually gonna save that as a surprise for y'all.
Hell yeah.
Just
Did-
know that he doesn't like Tech, and Tech doesn't like him.
oh, you mean the sound thing?
Yeah, the talk
Yes.
box, the radio.
Okay, I thought you were talking about the box the thing I don't know about got out
No.
of.
Oh, by the way, Gus, what did you do with that?
With what?
With
The box.
yeah, the travel trunk.
Oh, I'm still carrying it for Ruby.
Are you just carrying
Oh
it
no,
around
wait, no,
with
no,
you?
no, not that one. Not okay. No, that one. I took it. I would just think that I
It's
just
just in your
left it
room?
at the cathedral.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
that. I said that I was carrying the travel trunk because I thought you were talking about Ruby's chemical supplies, like chemist
Oh
supplies.
no. She needs to go get that tomorrow. I was talking about the travel trunk. Real quick, I will say that Mamelia is just two M's Elia.
2 M's Elia. Okay,
Yeah,
let me edit that
no
real
I
quick.
in between the M's. And this character is based off of a character that I've been slowly generating. I think the first time that you guys seen was actually in V Rising, when I played with Ryan and a few other people. Anywho, sorry we're taking a long time to do this finisher. Do we just want to call it,
Oh,
or
good.
do we want a little scene?
I want to hear about the freaking the dude, the guy.
The Dark Man?
Uh,
Oh, Airamais.
wasn't
That's
a
right. I'm
mirror,
sorry.
Airamais.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I think we see Mr. Airamais walking through town, getting approached by someone that says, "Do you need a place to spend the night, sir?" And he gets led into the Rug Roof Inn, which is this kind of it's kind of like a tavern, for lack of better description, but it's a bit more homely. It's like this large house that was home to like a large family that's actually, you know, I'm not going to go into the whole backstory of it. You guys can discover it later. But it is basically like open room and board that you guys would know of. And Airamais is offered a room. He says that he doesn't have any money. They said they can deal with that in the morning. And he just kind of goes up to his room and lays down on the bed, a bit defeated. And he lays there for a while, just silently looking up at the ceiling, with the light of day slowly fading away until it's just sort of darkness. The mist that wafts back in, slowly shrouding the night sky, that not even the light of the moon can come through. And he just lays there. And there's this deep sense of fatigue that grips him. This sense of failure that he hasn't felt in a long time. And as he thinks about that failure and what had sparked this journey, he reaches into his bag and he pulls out his brushes and he picks up the bundle and he looks at each and every one of them, and then he just sort of holds them to his chest like a bouquet of flowers at his funeral. And he just sort of whispers to himself and says, I will do it. I will make it a reality. And that is where we'll end tonight's session.